Hello everyone. How are you? I'm hoping you all are well. Or as Zombie would say, I hope you're hype and excited and have grabbed your coffee. Echo. I love an echo. Why is that happening? But yes. Hello, all of my lovely people. My name is Ashford, and I will be your host for the night. I was requested by Zombie to handle something kind of delicate. Where are your super chats? Well, tonight, there are no super chats, but we have a reasoning for there being no super chats tonight. I'm sorry I've taken away your power to break. Let me go ahead and read off who else here, and then I'll explain on what we have for the night. We have the Corrupted DB, we have Zombie Lord, we have Final Plays, we have False Faith, we have Coffee Joy, we have Eternal Whispers, we have Tara, we have Yummy, hello. I hope you're quite delicious. We have Killian Gotti, we have Miss Glow. This is not a game tonight. Actually, we have something special planned. We have Brian J. Hello, my friend. We have DD Delightful. And we have, of course, Nightbot, being the ever-present beating force that they are. Let's see. What else do we have? We have... I think that might be everybody. Have we got everybody? Pyro Major was here for a little while. Let's see. And Monster Guy 1124. Welcome, everyone. As I stated just a moment ago, that I am Ashford, your lovely cat of the evening. I hope you've all got your coffee. I hope you've all got your muffins, your cakes, your candies, all that good jazz. We will be doing something fairly simple tonight. We're going to be covering something very near and dear to mine and Zombie's hearts. We're going to be covering parts of the SCP Foundation and reading off some lovely tales from the SCP Foundation. Part of the reasoning why we're doing this, we've done this before. We've done a couple things like this before, but we're going to be going into this tonight for a very special reason. The SCP Foundation for the last few months has actually been under attack from someone who was being a complete and utter prick, and has been trying to basically shut down the SCP Foundation, for a lack of better sense and terms. And I'm going to be reading off to bring awareness to that. In the description down below, we do have ourselves some information about the SCP Foundation and what is currently going on with the SCP Foundation, as well as if you were to like to help, ways that you can do so. But I think it would be kind of fun to kind of just read and chill with everybody tonight and have kind of a chillaxed horror night. I know it's kind of weird for us. I know usually we go all out scares and thrills and chills, and there will be plenty of these, but it'll be different. And hello, Creamy Splashed Hats. I don't think you were silent, or at least I hadn't put you on silent, at least not for any specific reason at this very moment. How are you? And I'm sorry, Zombie Lord, if I'm creeping you out, but I swear, I am a fairly nice cat. But hello, how are you all? Are you excited for tonight? Are you excited for the chillax story readings? And similar to creepypasta fashion, but not necessarily creepypastas. The cat is super cat to me. Super cat. I'm a super cat now. Well, that's swanky. And hello, what are my berries? Now that's quite a name. But yes, I hope that you are all well and hyped and excited. And hello, Star Kitty. How are you? Sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet. But we'll get there. We will get there with time. Oh yeah, it's really bad, Final. If you'll give me just a moment, I'll go ahead and read through what exactly is going on. I actually have it pulled up here in the description. I know many of you have probably heard it a million times before, but let's go ahead and have at it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pull this up and read it out aloud for the class to hear. So you can all scream at this person. Let's go ahead and have at it, shall we? Tiki tiki tiki. Let's see. Announcement regarding licensing emergency. 6 months ago, we alerted you to the actions of Andre Duxon. Sorry, I'm going to mispronounce some of these names here, but I don't really care. He's a prick. A Russian man who has a legally registered and illegitimate trademark for the SCP within the Eurasian Customs Union. He has used said trademark to threaten and extort legitimate sellers of SCP merchandise, and in addition is guilty of copyright infringement, as his own merchandise completely violates the SCP content license. Creative Commons Share Alike 3.0. For a time, the situation calmed as we slowly pursued the dissolution of Duskin's illegitimate trademark via Ross patent, but it has now escalated. Duskin has recently resumed his efforts to threaten and extort competitors, and has now begun to threaten SCP itself. He utilized the illegitimate trademark to shut down the official social media page for the Russian branch of the SCP Foundation Wiki, as well as a separate fan page. We attempted to negotiate with VK, the social media company in question, but so long as the trademark registration stands, they will abide by it. Now Duskin has followed this by making a ridiculous demand to be administrator of the Russian wiki, and that said wiki be twisted into an advertisement for his merchandise, rather than the writing community that it is. These actions threaten not only the Russian community, but every SCP branch writer and fan around the world. For if he could actually go through with this, mind you, if he were to actually make this work, and were to be able to beat down people in his own country over this, he can spread this pretty much anywhere. And trust me, with how YouTube likes to hit you with those copyright issues, he could definitely make a hell of a stink for everyone involved. So this is what we're bringing awareness to. Alright. SCP. The SCP Foundation stands for Search, Contain, Protect. Think of it like Area 51, but on steroids. Monster steroids. Where you have supernatural beings, scientific anomalies, and monsters from all over causing hell, havoc, and whatnot. What on earth is going on here? There we go. I was frozen for a minute. Might have to check the SCP containment breaches and see what's currently out and roaming. Maybe something's messing with my programming some, and that's not at all pleasant. Worse than that, indeed. We're talking about, like, world-killing events here, as well as other things that can be cute and cuddly, or dramatic and horrifying, or funny, or sad. So we're going to go through a few of these tonight. I have a few that are already lined up, and if this goes over well, we will do this again. Tonight, because of the situation, there is no super chat function. There are no ads on tonight's stream at all. No one will have any kind of ads on this stream at all. There's no monetization on this whatsoever. There is a link to help the SCP Foundation with the legal troubles if you want to help them out. I will also be posting it in the chat from time to time if you decide to help them. But there is no, there will be no monetization on this whatsoever, purely for the fact that this is for helping people out. As well as ads make it hard to come in when you're trying to hear a story being read. And I know that. I mean, yes, the SCP Foundation is technically fake. It's storytelling. It's a wiki page. It's storytelling. That's kind of the point. It's good stories. SCP stands for Search, Contain, Protect. You find the you search out for the anomalies. Or Secure, Contain, Protect. Excuse me. Secure search. What's wrong with me? You secure and contain the anomalies to protect the world. Can't stay long after church in the morning. Duly noticed, Dark People. Thank you for coming out. It was a pleasure to see you. I hope you are well. You need an adult? You need an adult. Well, I'm a cat, so you're kind of SOL there. You're just not going to find that here. Secure, contain, protect. Indeed. To a lot of you that have been watching YouTubers for many, many years now, you've actually probably seen people play SCP games and not really even noticed it, such as SCP Containment Breach, where you get to find the moving statue that comes through and it kills people. Think Weeping Angel. Actually, you know what? I think that makes a good starting point for the night. How about we discuss the most well-known SCP around? This may jog some people's memories tonight. Pre-con jitters and all. Well, come sit and chill with us tonight, and this may help you out. And a happy early birthday. Happy early birthday to you, Kelly. So yes, tonight we shall discuss SCP-173 to start things off. The most well-known of all SCPs. SCP-173. SCPs come in all shapes, forms, and sizes, and they do all sorts of crazy, anomalic things, but they're usually put up into 3 categories: Safe, Euclid, and Keter. Safe categories are ones that you don't have to worry about. They're fairly easy to contain, and they usually don't hold any threat to the populace. Euclids can be contained, and are usually safe as long as you take precaution, but can turn deadly given the right circumstance. And we have Keter, which are, oh my god, please, for the love of God, hide it! Because they can cause anything from world-ending catastrophes to ending entire cities. You know, simple things. You know, nice stuff. Nice stuff indeed. The one we're going to be talking about tonight is SCP-173 Object Class Euclid, aka the Statue. Yes, this guy is shockingly only Euclid. I still think they need to go back over that. Special Containment Procedures. Item SCP-173 is to be kept in a locked container at all times. When personnel must enter SCP-173's container, no fewer than 3 may enter at any time, and the door is to be relocked behind them. At all times, 2 persons must maintain direct eye contact with SCP-173 until all personnel have vacated and relocked the container. Now, why is this? Let's get into it. Description. Moved to Site-19 in 1993. Origin is as of yet unknown. It is constructed from concrete and rebar with traces of Krylon brand spray paint. SCP-173 is animate and extremely hostile. The object cannot move while within direct line of sight. Line of sight must not be broken at any time with SCP-173. Personnel assigned to enter container are instructed to alert one another before blinking. Object is reported to attack by snapping the neck at the base of the skull, or by strangulation. Can you imagine being strangled by hands of concrete? That's just horrifying. In the event of an attack, personnel are to observe Class 4 hazardous object containment procedures. Personnel report sounds of scraping stone originating from within the container when no one is present inside. This is considered normal, and any change in this behavior should be reported to the acting HMCL supervisor on duty. The reddish-brown substance on the floor is a combination of feces and blood. Origin of these materials is unknown. The enclosure must be cleaned on a bi-weekly basis. He is quite a cute little individual, isn't he? I mean, look at this thing. Isn't he just adorable? Not really. He's actually gone through some alterations throughout the years, but he is definitely one to be feared. This thing just... you literally can't look away from it. The more you stare at it, the better off you are. But if you blink, you die. But what do you do when you have 3 personnel in there with you, trying to help you out? What happens if you all blink at the same time? Then it moves, and it kills, and then everybody's dead. But what if you could only blink with one eye? You know, keep one eye open, keep one eye closed. You know, keep alternating eyes. Things to think about. He looks like a rag doll. A rag doll made out of cement. I can see that. Kind of. Patrick Star would definitely scream looking at it. Oh, you want to talk about SCP-096? We might get into that one. There are tons of weird anomalies in the SCP Foundation. Tons of spooky creatures and critters. There are tons of cool items, but there are also some interesting ones that you probably know about in your real everyday life. It's Kirishima, just more violent. Indeed, indeed. Let's see. Let's find one that should be pretty interesting. I have one here for you right now. Think back to your childhood real quick, guys. Think back to some of the classic books and games you used to play and read. One of my favorites growing up as a small child was actually a book known as Where's Waldo? How many of you here know about Where's Waldo? How many of you remember Where's Waldo? I hope I'm not that old. Do any of you remember Where's Waldo? Why is that SCP's arm about to be torn off his torso? I don't really know. Seems like he's had quite the accident. Seems like a good bit of you remember Where's Waldo so far. To those of you who don't remember who Where's Waldo is, or what Where's Waldo is, Waldo was a character in a book back in the 80s and 90s. It actually has some predatings beforehand. It was a little children's storybook character. And what you would do is you would hand a child a book and it would have a page with tons of people and stuff and cool nifty things in it. And your entire objective was to basically play I Spy, but with Waldo. You had to find Waldo in the crowd. Well, they never really tell you what happens when somebody finds Waldo. But I think we now know. I present unto you right number. I do. This one we'll even be reading the containment log for. We have with us SCP-4885. SCP-4885. Immediate notice to all personnel. No information regarding any specific location on Earth is to exist on SCP-4885's file unless given direct permission by the O5 Council. It's already off to a grand start. SCP-4885. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Currently, it is only theorized that SCP-4885 is contained. Only theorized. Oh no, that's not good. That is not okay. To further elaborate, SCP-4885 is contained within an unknown Class 17 containment chamber in an unknown site. In the event that SCP-4885 breaches containment procedure would help if I could actually talk. Okay. Is to be enacted, which consists of the following procedures. 36 Class 17 containment chambers are to be connected to an independent self-driving vehicle. At all times, 216 inactive containment chambers are to be readily available in case of sudden unforeseen breach of SCP-4885's containment. One D-Class subject of stable mental health is to be submitted into the vehicle and driven into the system. A cryptographically secure pseudo-random number generator is to choose a random number between 1 and 36, and the vehicle is to be transported to a containment chamber based on the number chosen. Each containment chamber has a single digital monitor that is capable of outputting video at 720p resolution. One D-class subject is transported to a random chamber. A message is to be sent to every monitor simultaneously. This message consists of the current location of SCP-4885, delivered via an implanted tracking device. The GPS is only accessible by Level 5 personnel or SCP-4885 containment staff on a need-to-know basis. So far, this thing sounds like Schrodinger's SCP. Is he secure? Or is he not? After approximately 2 hours, each containment chamber is to be transported to a randomly designated Foundation site via self-driving trucks. The trucks are to be disguised as a packaging service in order to prevent suspicion. In the event an accident occurs during the stage, the procedure is to be enacted again. No personnel who are aware of SCP-4885's existence are to go within 100 meters of any Class 17 containment chamber. Several signs and warnings have been placed around each chamber, labeling it as a water treatment room, and that attempted access is punishable by immediate amnesticization and loss of employment as decided by the Ethics Committee. Oh, we're not doing terminations anymore. Duly noted. They've gotten quite nicer than they used to be. These warnings tell personnel to report to a nearby automated site overseer of any leaks from the chamber, in which the person will be visually anesthetized by the overseer, and procedure environment EUM will be reenacted. More information regarding the composition of Class 17 containment chambers, please consult documents 7631.00. Currently, SCP-4885-1 instances are located via FAR2.AIC are contained within location I. The whereabouts of the location I. is only known by FAR2.AIC. Currently, FAR2.AIC is connected to 80% of the CCTV security cameras within the United States and 40% of the total CCTV security cameras on Earth. SCP-4885-1 instances discovered by FAR2.AIC will have specialized Foundation carrier drones to be dispatched and attempt to grab the body and carry it to location I, using routes that minimize the chance of unwanted civilian interference. In the event that a civilian notices a drone in SCP-4885 breaches containment, the drone will send an all-alert message to SCP-4885's containment team, and procedure will be enacted. So we're about to have a description on 4885-1, but what is that? And hello, Virginie. Have a wonderful night. I'm sorry you're not enjoying the creepy. It's kind of our scheduled thing for Saturdays. In the event of Location I's whereabouts are discovered at large, the next personnel located within document Paint the Town Yellow will establish the next location I, and their immediate family will be notified of their death. Jesus. So they just destroy everything and just go from there. Description. SCP-4885 is an anomalous humanoid resembling the main character of the popular series of puzzle books Where's Wally, known in the U.S. as Where's Waldo. This entails that SCP-4885 wears a horizontal red and white striped shirt, a red and white bobble hat, and jeans. However, a noticeable difference in appearance from the character is the entity's paler skin and lack of eyes. In the event that a subject knows of SCP-4885's current location at any given time, SCP-4885, aka Waldo, will move to the nearest wall and begin to phase into it. SCP-4885 will appear inside of the subject and will reach up the esophagus and grab the subject's chin through their mouth. SCP-4885 will then proceed to pull themselves through the subject, destroying their internal organs and their spine. Once this has occurred, a yellow liquid will exit the corpse's mouth and will cover the subject entirely, which causes it to become an SCP-4885-1 instance. Waldo will remain in its current location, occasionally patrolling the area until another person discovers its location once again. Wow. Avoid all red and white striped shirts, duly noted. And hello, MT. How are you? However, if SCP-4885 is close enough to the subject when they discover its location, they will instead approach the subject, attempt to climb into the subject's mouth, enter their abdomen, and exit their body through the subject's pelvis. During this time, 4885 can easily relocate any joint in its body, and its skin and muscles will gain a consistency of a malleable solid, allowing it to easily climb into and out of the subject. SCP-4885-1 instances, aka the dead person, are anomalous corpses that were created by SCP-4885. The entire body of SCP-4885-1 instance is covered in illustrations similar to those found in Where's Waldo's books, with many different characters appearing on the instance's skin. These illustrations originate from the liquid that exits the corpse's mouth. Currently, no instances of the cartoon character Waldo have been found on an SCP-4885-1 instance. Of course not. He literally ripped himself out of that instance. These illustrations cannot be removed from the subject unless the skin it is placed on is removed. So is the cat actually Zombies Go Nom, or is this someone different? They sound different. Actually, yes. The zombie is the cat. Hello! Hi, how's it going? Yes, I do a lot of different voices for different characters on different nights for different games and different things. So yes, no worries. It is I, Zombies Go Nom, as a cat. I had to break character for just a moment because a lot of people do get kind of uneasy and wary whenever you whenever I bring out the cat, and we have a lot of new people since we've had Ashford here, so sometimes I have to change things up just a little bit. But yes, why thank you, Star Kitty. I appreciate that. I always feel sad when people think I'm utterly creepy, but I also understand it. It is kind of out of the norm. But it's also so much fun. Okay. If the subject knows the location of any given SCP-4885-1 instance, SCP-4885 will teleport itself to the subject and kill them in the exact same manner as if they discovered SCP-4885 itself. This will also transform them into an SCP-4885-1 instance. So, he needs to be Schrodinger's Waldo. Okay, if you ever know who the hell he is, you die. That sucks. You cannot know where Waldo is. Remember, kids, don't ask where's Waldo. Don't look for Waldo. Leave Waldo alone. Waldo needs to be left far alone. SCP-4885 was discovered residing in location redacted. There will be redacted parts to a lot of these. Just to go ahead and warn you, redacted parts are parts that are having to be left out to keep people safe and protected. Oh, blind people can die if they actually know who went there. And hello, FBI. How are you? I hope you're well. And hello, Stevie J. Astrid knows where Waldo is, but Astrid is a computer program, so haha, I'd like to see him rip himself out of my face. That'd be quite interesting if he could manage it. Waldo was discovered residing in location redacted within a small wooden house. Mobile Task Force Chi-19, Unrelenting Punishment, was sent to capture an entirely separate anomaly and did not know of SCP-4885's existence. Subjects: Amelia Merrick, M-1, James Kevin, M-2, and Kurt Stoll, M-3. Beginning log. Amelia performs mic check. Kevin: Yep. Kurt: all good. Amelia: equipment check. James: everything's working as intended. Kurt: ditto. Transcript number 67. We are entering the house. Kurt: no one's talking to you, Melly. James: oh, stop it. Now is not the time, Kurt. Kurt: right, sorry. Group enters house. Kelly: initial descriptions of the object were a pair of black spectacles capable of killing the user and covering their body in strange pictures from an unknown children's book. Kurt: it was obviously where's... Kurt: stay professional, says Kevin. Kurt: I just want to bring some life to M1's robotic speech. M1: I'm trying to keep my job, Kurt. M2: M1: right. The group search the ground floor for the object and begin to go upstairs. Scraping noises are heard below them, but the group does not notice this. M3: there's a picture on the wall. M1: M3: yeah, looks weird. Looks like crayon. M2: take a picture. M3: already on it. M2: good. Think it has something to do with the anomaly. Of course. It looks like Waldo, states M3. Do any of you have an idea on where the object may be? M3: I think it's in here. M1: which room is this? M3: bathroom. There's a toilet and a shower. Yeah, at least I think that's a shower. Oh, looks like Waldo found Mommy. Now I get it. That's spooky, Brian. The room is circular, with a normal porcelain toilet at the other side of the room. There's a small depression into the floor, leading to a small drain. M2: strange. What kind of shower is this? M1: there's a modified sprinkler on the ceiling. There's a switch on one side of the room that I assume would activate the sprinkler. Seeing as this house has been abandoned for several years, I doubt it would work. M3 activates the switch. Water begins to come out of the sprinkler. M1: I stand corrected. Who is paying the water bill for this work? Is it still hot? M3 touches the water and immediately recoils in pain. It's scalding! Who is... M2: I have discovered the object. It was resting on the toilet. M2 is seen holding a pair of black circular glasses. The lens appeared to be missing. M1: good, you know the drill. M2 carefully examines the object, checking for fingerprints and any other traces of evidence. A small set of fingerprints are discovered on the temples of the glasses, which are revealed to be his own. M2: yep, these are the ones. I'll put these in a baggie real quick. M2 produces a plastic bag from a small container around their waist and places the glasses inside. M3: there's an inscription here. It's in, information redacted. M1: where? M3: over here on the wall. The phrase, information redacted, is seen on the wall in information redacted. This was definitely not here when we first got here. Should we just leave it be and tell command about this? M2. It's most likely mimetic. Here, let me translate it. I have training. M2 takes out a small Foundation-made translator and inputs the phrase. M2. Huh. Well, never mind. It doesn't appear to be mimetic. It says, the basement. The corpses from a child's book are in the basement. He is there too. And then it cuts off. M3. Take a picture and we'll send it back. M2 begins to hold their stomach. M3. Are you okay? What happened? A set of fingers exit M2's mouth and grab their jaw. The hands push down, launching the jaw across the room. SCP-4885 exits M2's body. M1. What the fuck? M1 and M3 begin shooting at SCP-4885. The entity charges towards M1 and shoves their fingers down their throat and begin clawing into their mouth by unhinging their jaw. M3. Please! Fuck! Oh God! Please, command! We're at... Information redacted. I repeat! Information redacted. We need assistance! ASAP! Help! Here! The audio is abruptly severed. End of log. When the transcript was received by a nearby site, the site almost immediately went into lockdown as SCP-4885 killed most of its personnel. The O5 Council enacted an emergency meeting and the procedure was created. Shortly after this, the procedure was enacted and SCP-4885 was theorized to be contained. All information regarding 4885's location of discovery was removed via automatic algorithm, and SCP-4885's file was created. So... yeah. That... Schrodinger's Waldo. I repeat, we have Schrodinger's Waldo. Yeah, that's a thing. Welcome to the SCP Foundation, everyone. How are you? I hope that you enjoy that so far. By the way, are you all holding out well? Are you having a good time? How are you enjoying the storytelling today? And hello, Creamy Splashed Hats. Zombie is fine. No worries, I promise. More spooks. You think you can handle the spooks, do you? Well, let us throw out some more then. Let's see. Now, not every SCP is bad, mind you. Some are quite interesting, some are quite fun. Some are quite swanky. Well, let's see. What do I have for you tonight? I have some that we've already pulled into the queue here. Let us see. I have one that's lovely for the zombies. And I'm sorry, Moifernam, we're not taking requests tonight. I may do requests later. But for tonight, we already have some SCPs that are already on the docket for the night. So we'll be playing through them. But if this goes well, we may do more, and we may do more with requests open. But for right now, just for the sake of fun, we're going to be going with a preset list. Make things a little more containable. Sorry, my bad. But I have one here for all you zombies. Okay, what is the one thing that zombie loves most? Okay, wait, because I know immediately what people are going to answer. What is the one thing that Zombies has at every stream? What's the one thing that Zombie needs to stream? What does he need to stream? Muffins are good, but what else does he need? What is the number one item at the cafe? Sugar peas, life, burb. Oh, he does love his burb. I wish I could eat that burb. But I'm not allowed to eat the bird. A camera and coffee. Star Kitty's on the right track. Coffee. Coffee's a necessity for the zombies. No, raw fish is for me, but thank you, Tara. If you got some raw fish, you and me can be best friends. You want to give me some fish? Please? I would be absolutely enamored with that. I would very much quite enjoy if you'd be so kind. You are a friend, a pal, even. Cats. I mean, he does need his cats. I'm living proof of that. But no, the thing that he needs most is his coffee. And surprisingly enough, there is a coffee-based SCP. One definitely well-fitting for the cafe itself. We may have to pull some strings. Maybe we can get this actually moved into the cafe. I mean, zombies might as well be an anomalous effect himself being a zombie, so maybe we can get some special treatment. What do you say? How about we get some special treatment for our favorite SCP as we talk about SCP-294, aka the Coffee Machine. This one is going to be a doozy for you all. This is one of my absolute favorites. Some of you may know this one is an older one, but man, is it so good. And hello, Fancy Metal Ninja. How have you been, my friend? I hope you are well. Let us see. SCP-294, aka the Coffee Machine. SCP-294, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. There are no standard special containment procedures on file for item SCP-294, aka the Coffee Machine. However, only personnel of security clearance level 2 or higher are allowed to interact with it. See document SCP-294-A. SCP-294 is currently being stored on the second floor personal break room and is monitored by 2 guards of security clearance level 3 at all times. Description: Item SCP-294 appears to be a standard coffee vending machine. I mean, this is the best. Everyone needs a coffee vending machine in their house. Please. The only noticeable difference being an entry touchpad with buttons corresponding to an English QWERTY keyboard. Upon depositing 50 cents US currency into the coin slot, the user is prompted to enter the name of any liquid using the touchpad. Upon doing so, a standard 12-ounce paper drinking cup is placed, and the liquid indicated is poured. 97 initial test runs were performed, including requests for water, coffee, beer, soda, non-consumable liquids such as sulfuric acid, wiper fluid, and even motor oil, as well as substances that do not usually exist in liquid state, such as nitrogen, iron, and glass. Each one returned to success. Test runs with solid materials such as diamond have failed, however, as it appears that SCP-294 can only deliver substances that can exist in a liquid state. So, the ultimate coffee machine, essentially. We can have whatever we want. Anything you've ever had to drink, you can have. Now this sounds like fun. I could have so much coffee. I would have all the coffee. I could have my favorite coffee I've ever had, probably. We'll have to look into this. We'll definitely have to look into this. And if I find it, I'll tell you what my favorite coffee I've ever had in my entire life is. It is of note that after approximately 50 uses, the machine would not respond to further requests, After a period of approximately 90 minutes, the machine seemed to have restocked itself. It is also interesting to note that many caustic liquids that would have eaten through a normal paper cup seem to have no effect on the cups dispensed in the machine. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Also, to my lovely mods, if you'd be so kind, in the description down below, there is a link to be able to help out anyone in the for anyone to be able to help out the SCP Foundation if people are interested. If you kindly every once in a while post that link in the chat, I would appreciate. Testing is ongoing. As suggested, SCP-294 was moved to the second floor personal break room as a money-saving venture. Following Incident 294-01, guards were stationed at the item, and a security clearance became necessary to interact with it. Document SCP-294-A regarding Incident 294-01 on August 21st, 2005. Agent Joseph attempted to use item SCP-294 to obtain coffee during his allotted break time at 9:30 a.m. at the request of Agent Johnson. We're going to be using redacted names, so I'm just going to call this one Johnson. It doesn't have a real name, and I'm not using redacted 30 bajillion times. To see what it would do, Johnson requested a cup of joe from the item. Moments after confirming the selection, Agent Joseph began to sweat profusely and complained of dizziness before collapsing. Oh boy. After moving the unconscious agent to the infirmary, the medical team recovered the contents of the cup dispensed by item SCP-294, a combination of blood, tissue, and other bodily fluids. A combination of blood, tissue, and other bodily fluids was found in the cup. Testing revealed the DNA sequence of the biological material dispensed by SCP-294 matched that of Agent Joseph. So, wow. Be very careful of what you type into the machine. It's very literal. Agent Joseph made a complete recovery after 4 weeks of rest and intravenous hydration. X-rays and CAT scans showed no further signs of injury, and Joseph was released. Both agents were reprimanded. Additional security measures for SCP-294 have been recommended. Addendum SCP-294-F. After reviewing documentation on SCP-294, suggested testing of 294's ability to retrieve specific liquids from a distance. Addendum SCP-294-8, with the overseeing of O5 data expunged, a cup of SCP-075 secretion, which for those of you who want to know what that is, a quick thing of SCP-075. It is quite the horrific little mollusk that can do all sorts of nifty tricks, but also not great at the same time. We'll get into that one later. Was used as input. The product was proven to be the requested liquid, and the cup was able to successfully contain the material. However, the report of incident 075-07 was acknowledged 2 hours after the test. See addendum SCP-075-M. A containment procedure breach had occurred exactly the same time as this test was taking place, waking SCP-075 to its active stage. It was able to secrete an amount of basic solution equal to the capacity of a coffee cup before emergency containment procedure was applied, and it was rendered passive. The liquid was not found in the post-incident investigation. Addendum SCP-294-I. Researcher punched in request for a cup of gold. The machine dispensed a cup of molten gold. Researcher requests similar precious metals or materials for the same result. SCP Addendum J. Researcher punched in from a safe range. Request for a cup of anti-water. The machine hummed briefly and displayed out of range on entry pad. It is theorized that SCP-294 has a limited range of collection and cannot reach into alternate universes or dimensions. Addendum K. Researcher punched in a request for diamond. SCP-294 briefly hummed, then displayed out of range on entry pad. SCP-294 gives this result for all solid substances. As diamond is a solid crystalline form of carbon, it appears that the machine will not dispense liquid carbon, as it does not result in diamond. When cup of carbon is subsequently punched in, the machine dispensed a cup of liquid carbon. SCP-294 was immune to the damaging effects of the dispensed liquid. That is horrifying that it can actually do that. The average Joe would like a cup of Joe. Oh my god. I mean, what you say is say what you mean. Indeed, indeed. Addendum M. Testing for range of SCP-294's capacity for retrieval has been initiated. A unique compound has been formulated composed of undisclosed ratios of bleach, cola, MET-RX powder, and garam masala. The fluid was created and placed in a sealed container 25 meters away from SCP-294. When requested, the fluid was dispensed. An equal amount of the mixture was no longer present in its original container. Interesting. Addendum SCP-294-0-01. Researcher, information redacted. Under observation of Level 4 personnel, keyed in a request of the best drink I have ever had. SCP-294 dispensed a fluid similar in appearance to cola. The researcher identified it as a mixed drink he recalls having at a bar during his bachelor party, and was convinced it was the best drink. Information redacted. Did not know what ingredients were in the drink besides rum and cola. Further tests are scheduled to ascertain how SCP-294 gathers information. That means I can have the best coffee I've ever had. The best coffee I've ever had, absolutely, hands down, is from a little coffee shop in our town. They make different types of coffee based on music from different times. At different times and different events and different artists. They had an entire thing where it was all based on Prince, and there were 2 coffees that I had that were absolutely just phenomenal. One was He Made Me Pancakes, and it just blew my mind. And the other one was Purple Rain, which came with purple foam and purple sprinkles on top, which was amazing. But He Made Me Pancakes literally tasted like liquid coffee pancakes, and it was the most amazing coffee I've ever had, and I want it again, and I can have this thing make it, so get on it, peeps. Let's go forth and invade SCP. Let's see, which research site were you in? SCP research site. They were smart, they didn't put the research site on it, so I can't go get it. Rude. I need it. Yes, you could have all the HP printer ink you could ever need. I need it. And also, have a wonderful night, Star Kitty. Thank you for coming out, and thank you for being so positive here. Have a wonderful night and pleasant nightmares, dear. But now I need that in my life. I miss that so much. And you can have all the whiskey. We're quite a set of whiskey drinkers here, or at least Zombie and I am. Always a fan of some good old gin and Jack. Occasionally like some Fireball when we're feeling frisky. Might make myself a glass after... Might make myself a decent drink after stream tonight. I don't know. Maybe have some relaxing good times. Didn't see you for a whiskey drinker, Brian. Let's see. Addendum SCP-2940-01A. Under the same conditions. Agent info redacted. The best drink I've ever had. SCP SCP-294 delivered a dark fluid topped with white foam, which was later identified as a Vienna lager. The cup was printed with a color picture of 5 men and 2 women drinking beer on the beach. Information redacted was one of them. In his briefing, Information redacted confirmed that his favorite drink ever was a Vienna lager he'd consumed at the beach with his friends. It has now been confirmed that SCP-294 has the ability to directly gather information from someone's mind in order to comply with the given conditions. Interesting. Oh. Why, hello, Hiei. How are you, my friend? I hope you are well. How do you do? So that is really cool, though. So you can literally have anything that you want. That is cool. I love that. I need that in my life. But can I have my favorite coffee? Can I have my pancake coffee, please? I would love this. Excuse me. Yes, this is quite the nice SCP. There's more to it. We have more. Ooh, this is where it gets kind of dangerous, though. Addendum SCP-294-Q-01. Subject keyed the perfect drink. The machine dispensed a cup containing an odorless lavender liquid. After drinking the liquid, subject appeared to go into shock. Subject later committed suicide, leaving a note which read, "I'm sorry, but at this point, everything's just one big letdown. Requesting such a drink again is highly discouraged. None of the components of the drink have yet to be identified." So it does have a dark side. Do beware. That's not good. SCP-294-T-01. Subject keyed in something Casey will like. The device was heard to hum for about 3 seconds before dispensing an empty cup. Printed on the side of the cup was an image of a traditional soda fountain glass, filled with something brown and topped with whipped cream. Upon introduction to SCP-085, it was identified by her as a chocolate banana milkshake and judged delicious. Interesting. Addendum 294-W. Researcher keyed in the request for a cup of music. A cup of music. SCP-294 produced a clear, sparkling fluid that tasted vaguely alcoholic. Following ingestion, the subject reported feeling and not hearing a continuous rhythm, and demonstrated the ability to move and even dance with a certain fluidity that he had not previously shown. Testing on other abstract concepts is continuing. I could learn how to dance by drinking coffee. Now that is a power. Addendum AB. During a mass security breach, Agent, information redacted, requested a cup of pertinent medical knowledge while taking shelter inside the second floor break room. Of the 4 agents in the room, Agent, information redacted, was the only one who was not injured. SCP-294 poured a cup of clear green liquid. Following the ingestion of this substance, Agent, information redacted, began mending the other agents' wounds in a manner consistent with the Foundation medical training. Agent, information redacted, no longer has the medical training of that liquid provided, and other attempts to recreate the effect have failed. Agent has speculated that this event was an emergency measure taken by the object to ensure self-preservation. Yo! Ah! Hello, people! How are you? Welcome! Who all do we have here? Oh my god! What is going on? We have a raid. Oh, it's a raid. Okay, it's a raid. Hello! Hello! Ah, excuse me. I have to readjust myself. Just give me one moment as we get ourselves kind of adjusted in the seat here. Flippy things. Oh, there we go. Cool. Why, hello everyone. Who all do we have here? We have... First off, who is the raider? Who is our raider? Who is our raider? Giggle Bizzle. Now that's a name. I absolutely love that name. That is a fantastic name. Hello! Who all is here with you, Giggle Bizzle? Let's go ahead and see. You mind if I call you Giggle? We have with us here today Pudge 007. Pudge, hello my friend. How are you? It has been far too long. Ha 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 ha. Come, sit chill everyone. Grab yourself a cup of coffee. By the way, I'm sorry. My name is Ashford. I am Zombie Gonom's cat, and I am hosting the Saturday Night Horror stream for the evening. I hope that you are all well. And yes, to everyone who doesn't know, yes, I am actually Zombies playing a cat. Anyway, so let's see who we have here with us. We have with us Pudge 007. We have... Let's see... Queen Bee. We have your boy Zay Zay. I love that name. That's a fantastic name. Absolutely swanky. Miju! Hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you're well. It's been a minute. We have beautiful TV. Oh, we have so many friends here today. This is great. Oh, my God. Welcome, everyone. How are you all? This is a wonderful raid. Thank you for coming. You have an amazing voice for a cabaret. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I try to chase things up just a little bit, but yes, what were y'all doing today? I'm assuming y'all were playing a game, because that's usually what we all do, is play games. I just decided to be, do you hate Breezy Pelt? I don't think I really know who Breezy Pelt is. Weird game called Welcome to the Game. Wait. Welcome to the Game. The creepy internet horror game where everything that you do winds up, like, making it where if you don't, like, check all your firewalls and all this other kind of stuff, everything comes, like, people come to get you from the dark web. Right? I love that game. It's a fantastic game. Is it that game? Please tell me it's that game. Ah, yes! That is fantastic. How did you enjoy it? Please. Also, to all of my lovely peeps here, to all of my lovely zombies that are here today, if you have not gone and checked out Giggle Bizzle yet, please make sure that you do. You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Because I think I am actually new to Giggle Bizzle. I know a lot of the people that came with Giggle Bizzle, but I don't think I know Giggle Bizzle myself. Well, let me go to your channel right quick. Let's take a look at you. Let's see you real quick. What all do you play, my friend? Sorry, I had to mute that. Had to mute your intro, but cool intro. Let's see. Oh, you do Spooky Saturdays too. Awesome. I love anybody who can do Spooky Saturdays. This is awesome. Let's see who we have. Alright, they played Welcome to the Game today, so that's an amazing one. First off, if you like horror content, go check this out. I'm sorry, EA, we took away the money button, but the money button is gone for a reason. This is a fully non-monetized stream today. There is no membership buttons, there's no sticker buttons, there's no donations, there's no ads. All that is turned off for tonight because the SCP Foundation, the wiki page that has all these fantastic tales that I'm reading to you tonight, is actually under attack. And they are under attack from legal issues. Somebody has illegally copyrighted the SCP Foundation's logo and name, and in doing so, it has caused quite an uproar and quite a stir, and has made it where it's something that is free and a part of legally the Creative Commons, which, I mean, that's legally the license that the SCP Foundation is put and founded under. Someone illegally put a copyright patent on it, and there's currently a legal battle going on to get that removed, so they can take their crippling hold that they've put on the current section, which is in Russia, and is now starting to attack in other areas, such as the U.S., so it can be so it can get removed, and we need that to be gone, so we can still enjoy these lovely tales and scary things that we have. So I'm doing this to spread awareness for the SCP Foundation, as opposed to as opposed to being a monetized stream. So I don't. Though I appreciate every ounce of money that any of you have ever given me, I don't want anybody giving me money today. So I removed the ability to. My Streamlabs link's gone. Everything's gone for tonight. If you do want to help out, though, and you do feel so compelled to still help somebody, there's links. You can do the thing. I'm just saying. But yes, we have a thing to do real quick. I'm sorry I've stopped the middle of the story, but I gotta stop the story because we need to check out. Y'all can't even see me clapping. I'm sorry. But here, a cat will flex for you. Haha. But no, we're gonna check out Gigglebizzle real quick. Gigglebizzle right now, for one, on Saturday seems to be playing horror games, which I absolutely love. It's absolutely fantastic. I love horror games. They've also played Control. Control was a great game that not enough people have played. Clapping my tail, yes, I can clap my tail all I want. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then we also have Crash Team Racing. Now that was one of my favorite racing games. Actually, unpopular opinion, I like that game better than Mario Kart. I know I'm gonna get some hate for it. I'm not good at that game, but I absolutely love that game. Absolutely love it. Who's your racer? Who is your racer, Giggles? Let me know. Giggles, sorry, excuse me. Let's see. They've also played Mario Maker 2, which is another fantastic game. Arizona Sunshine. I haven't played that one. I'm not familiar with that. What is Arizona Sunshine? We need to check this out later. I want to put that in my Watch Later page. Watch Later page. Sorry, I had to do that. No, it needs to go on the Watch Later page, not in the Watch Now page. Stop. Anyway, and they've also played Link's Awakening. Something that's coming to this channel very soon, but if you're tired of waiting for me to get to it, because it's going to be a while before I can get to it, definitely check out the fact they're playing Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I know you're probably really tired of waiting for me to play it, so if there's somebody who's already playing it, go check it out. Still a fantastic game. Definitely worth watching. Make sure you show them some love. If Brian would be so kind as to post another link to them in the chat one more time so all of our lovely peeps can go show them some love, please go do so. I would be very much appreciative if y'all would. And I'm going to go ahead and click that subscribe button because I want to check out your stuff a little bit later. So, we're going to do that. Sorry to just randomly stop. A VR game is just an upload. Well, uploads are awesome, though. Uploads mean they can be watched on your own time without having to worry about it if you miss something. So yes, thank you, Brian. Very much appreciated. And thank you again, all of you lovely raiders, as well as the raider themselves, Gigglebizzle. Thank you for coming out and seeing us. This has been awesome. Sorry I got so excited and sorry that I got distracted. But it was fun. And there's a ton of other great content creators in here, too. We've got Pudge, we've got Miju, I mean, Jesus. We've got Beautiful TV, we've got some of my favorite people I love to watch in here. Like, holy crap, we got, like, the Awesome Squad here, so this is absolutely freaking fantastic. Not scary anymore. I'm sorry I couldn't keep the Scary Persona going while I'm currently going through all these lovely peeps. Give me one sec. We gotta get back to the story. Okay. So, for what everybody has currently missed, like, right now, not a problem. Not a problem at all, Pudge. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for coming and seeing us. We're talking about a coffee machine. I'm reading a story about a coffee machine right now. And hello, Dark Pit. How are you? And we're going on about a coffee machine that can pretty much produce any liquid ever. Like, ever. If the liquid exists, and it exists pretty much here on this planet, it'll make it. Don't ask it for a cup of Joe, you will regret it. Or at least Joe will regret it. If you're a cannibal, you might not. Just saying. Okay, we'll restart with the last one that I was reading. Addendum to SCP-294-AB. During a mass security breach, Agent Information Redacted requested a cup of pertinent medical knowledge while taking shelter inside a second-floor break room. Of the 4 agents in the room, Agent Information Redacted was the only one who was not injured. SCP-294 poured a cup of clear green liquid. Following the ingestion of this substance, the agent began mending the other agent's wounds in a manner consistent with Foundation medical training. The agent no longer has the medical training that the liquid had provided, and the other attempts to recreate the effect have failed. The agent has speculated that this event was an emergency measure taken by the object to ensure its own self-preservation. Why is there a cat? Because it's story time, and I like to tell stories, and I am the cat that does so. How long am I going to stream? Well, I've got a couple more stories to read. So, I'll be here for the next couple of stories. So, I don't know how long I'm going to stream. It depends on how long it takes me to get through said stories. We've already covered a creepy, scary version of Where's Waldo. We've covered a coffee machine. And we've covered a statue that is very similar to what most people know as the Weeping Angel. Ironically enough, it came out about a week before the Weeping Angel episode even aired on the BBC for Doctor Who. So let's see. But yes, I'm kind of frazzled now. We have so many peeps here. My screen's broken. Oh, yes, my monitor's broken. I do apologize for that. But I mean, when you have a monitor like this, like, it's kind of hard to. When it's kind of hard not to have it broken. I mean, look, wait, here you go. Just for you, I'll show you how it broke. It's haunted. Sorry, I couldn't resist. We have our new intro screen, so I was like, yay! Sorry. I was very excited. I was very, very excited. I'm sorry. I get excited because I do silly things. Forgive me! But yes, okay, so we've had some scary SCPs. We've had some nice SCPs. Now I've got one for you that might make you a wee bit sad. SCPs can pretty much be anything. They can be any object. They can be any kind of a person. They can be any kind of a thing. Some of them are cute and cuddly and sweet. Some are absolutely horrifying. Some are destructive weapons. Some are cowbells that can end your life. Weird. But then there are ones that kind of tug at your heartstrings. We have ourselves a short one here. SCP-134, aka the Starry-Eyed Child. SCP-134 is currently contained within a specially outfitted humanoid containment cell measuring 6 meters by 8 meters. Since SCP-134 is completely blind, special safety precautions must be taken with the room's furnishings. SCP-134 is reasonably accustomed to the position of all objects in the cell and navigates mostly from memory. SCP-134's room currently contains... There's so much nope in here. Why is everybody freaking out? Its object class is safe. No one has to worry, I swear. The room currently contains one single bed with additional mattresses and padding. One pink bed set including sheets, comforter, and pillow with Hello Kitty mascot print. Note, though blind, SCP-134 is able to feel the printed pattern and prefers it. One wardrobe and one chest of drawers containing clothes in youth extra small. All drawers are to be labeled in Braille and raised print English. Her eyes are just extremely dilated. Yeah, that's it. And have a wonderful night, False Faith. Take care and pleasant nightmares. You'll do fine at your convention tomorrow. No worries, my friend. I promise. 1 dollhouse with dolls and interior furnishings. 8 stuffed animals. 3 cats. Aw, she likes cats. I should pay her a visit someday. Show her that cats can be friends with people that cannot see them. I know that sounds weird, but cats can be friends with people that cannot see them. We are therapy cats. 2 dogs, a giraffe, a dolphin, and a panda. Panda? I like pandas. Everybody likes pandas. Pandas are awesome. 1 selection of children's literature in Braille. 1 chair and 1 table. a craft station with modeling clay and building blocks. SCP-134 may request additional items, all of which must be approved by a staff member with Level 3 clearance or higher. If any items are added to the room, SCP-134's handlers must be informed ahead of time to prepare her for the addition of something new into the environment. SCP-134 is to be tutored on a regular basis, both in general education, appropriate for the subject's age, and in Braille. Description: SCP-134 seems to be an Asian girl between the ages of Information Redacted and Information Redacted, with short black hair and a slight build. The subject seems normal in most respects and has all the biological requirements of a human child, aka needing food, sleep, so on and so forth. However, where SCP-134's eyes should be are two black pits, covered by a transparent membrane similar in appearance to a human eye's membrane. You have to forgive me, I cannot pronounce the word that is in front of me. Eyes. It's about the eyes. Eye testing has been shown that the membranes are between 150 and 200 times more resilient than a normal human. SCP-134 lacks eyelids and thus does not blink, nor can SCP-134 see anything through these black areas. Attempts to examine the back of SCP-134's eyeballs have failed, as no retina can be seen. In normal lighting conditions, they appear completely black, but in darkness, very faint lights have been seen within them. Further study with long exposure photography and light amplification revealed that the lights are actually stars and galaxies, visible as though SCP-134's eye sockets are somehow looking out into deep space. To date, no astronomical formations have been recognized. The research by staff astronomer Dr. is ongoing. Sonar examination has revealed no unusual cavities within SCP-134's skull. However, Information Redacted, confirming the presence of Information Redacted eye sockets being the local termini and intergalactic space being the remote termini. Parallax measurements indicate that the remote termini are between 20 and 2,000 meters apart and are moving at between 20 and 40 times the speed of light. This does not appear to be linked to SCP-134's position, movement, or metabolism. And hello, Noe. How are you? Spectrographic analysis indicates that the remote termini periodically data expunged. New location. The cause of this is not yet known. The shortest interval measured between shifts was 6 days, while the longest was 5 weeks. As of yet, no termini shifts have been observed in progress. SCP-134 has not shown any hostile behavior and seems unaware of any unnatural condition. SCP-134 shows behavioral symptoms similar to those seen in high-functioning autistic children, including pattern behavior and resistance to change. As such, SCP-134 has been assigned a childhood development specialist to help work with these issues. The specialist has suggested that proper childhood development requires a personal name and has nicknamed SCP-134 Stella. SCP-134 has learned to associate being referred to by her SCP number with being subjected to physical tests and becomes upset and less cooperative when this is done by individuals who have previously referred to her as Stella. Consequentially, personnel are urged to not refer to her by her name unless they wish their interactions with SCP-134 to be limited to interview sessions. Have a wonderful night, Coffee Joy. Take care and pleasant nightmares, my friend. The specialist has since been terminated from employment for taking too close an interest in the SCPs assigned to him. Any staff found referring to SCP-134 as Stella will be severely reprimanded. When questioned about her eyes, SCP-134 claims no knowledge of any deformation, even when allowed to feel normal human eyes for comparison. SCP-134 has to date volunteered no information about parentage or identity, though when acquired by SCP Foundation, SCP-134 was called Information Redacted. SCP-134 has proven docile and cooperative, and as such, staff should display all normal courtesy they would to any other guest. SCP-134 was taken into Foundation custody based on reports of a deformed child left at Information Redacted Orphanage in Information Redacted, Yokohama, Japan. SCP-134 has been in Foundation custody since 2000 Information Redacted, at which time orphanage staff claimed SCP-134 was about Information Redacted years old. Since then, SCP-134 has learned conversational English in addition to the Japanese already known, and has demonstrated facility with Braille, though instruction is ongoing. And hello, Green Iris. So that is very, horrifically sad. Apparently, this child has galaxies, or at least portals to galaxies in her eyes that people can see and observe. Because she is here in the Foundation, she is treated as nothing more but a lab rat, a test subject. And when one human decided to show her any kind of kindness, they were gotten rid of just for being a normal human being. That is quite rude. We missed this current story. We're telling multiple stories. So let's see what we have. But yes, imagine that, though. Imagine being a child, whom of which is just blind, and the only thing they can think to themselves is that they are blind. They have absolutely no idea that they are some anomalous creature or anomalous thing. They just think they're a kid that can't see. They're taken to a Foundation area, and they're treated like a scientific object a lot of the time. Sure, they do get the accommodations that you would give to any child, such as toys, food, stuff like that, but then they're also subjected to experiments, and their name is taken from them, basically. That is horrifically sad. I know that a lot of you think that the image that is posted there is kind of creepy, and it kind of is. It does remind most people of the Dark-Eyed Children. But, here, I'll make that a little better. One sec. We'll help you out. We'll help you out here. Make this make a little more sense to you. What the thing actually looks like, what the eye actually looks like. She's a child with galaxies in her eyes. It's quite fascinating, actually. It's quite an amazing thing to see. Hello, Artemis. How are you? Welcome, my friend. Well, aren't you? Well, aren't you nice? And hello, Artyom. How are you? Welcome. She has quite the sad story, indeed. But how have you been, Otteron? How did your cooking challenge go today? That's looked amazing. What little I got to watch. I saw that it was buffalo chicken pizza, and I would love to have some of that. Mmm. Absolutely fantastic. Ah. But yes, showing that not all SCPs are horrific monsters or weapons of destruction. Sometimes they're just a lost child with stars in their eyes. It's almost poetic, but it's sad at the same time. Should consider shrimp chicken pizza with you, Ashford. I wish you could too. It would be such a good thing to have right now. I don't get to have pizza very often. I don't get to have pizza ever, because Zombie takes the pizza, but occasionally at least I get to have the fish. What happened to the other 123 SCPs? Actually, there are well over 4,000 SCPs. There's a lot. Many are captured, but not all. Let's see. What's left on the docket for the night? What else? Okay, I've got one. I've got a good one for you today. Now, this one should be fun. Okay. This is another one that is very well known in the SCP community, but this one's always a lot of fun. Warning for language that's coming, because it's going to be quite a show. Asher was given some fish. Hotteron, you're quite the friend. Oh. So you know. SCP-096. Tara got it right. A very popular and very well known and very horrifying SCP. One that is incredibly hard to avoid. SCP-096 is known as the Shy Guy. He has an appearance very similar to that of the Rake, if you're familiar with it. And it'll be one that'll definitely haunt your nightmares for a minute. This is your Nope guy, but once he's seen, it's already too late. Let's dive into this one, shall we? Let's have ourselves a good time with it. Yes, the Shy Guy. But not the cute little Shy Guys from Mario, who wear the teeny tiny little mask and bebop around. This is quite a different tale. SCP-096. Object Class. Euclid. How in the flying hell do you get an object class of Euclid with what this thing can do? Also, Brian, if you would be so kind, for people that are asking what's going on, could you post the not the support one, but post the legal battle one for people, and this way they can actually go directly to that site. This is what happens when you rip the mask off a Shy Guy, I guess. Special containment procedures for SCP-096. SCP-096 is to be contained in its cell, a 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter by 5 meter airtight steel cube at all times. Weekly checks for any cracks or holes are mandatory. There are to be absolutely no video surveillance or optical tools of any kind inside SCP-096's cell. Security personnel will use pre-installed pressure sensors and laser detectors to ensure SCP-096's presence inside the cell. Any and all photos, video, or recordings of SCP-096's likeness are strictly forbidden without approval from Dr. Information Redacted, and 05 Information Redacted. Description: SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring approximately 2.38 meters in height. Subject shows very little muscle mass, with preliminary analysis of body mass suggesting mild nutrition. Arms are grossly out of proportion with the rest of the subject's body, with an approximate length of 1.5 meters each. Skin is mostly devoid of pigmentation, with no sign of any body hair. Why, hello there, Nightshade. I hope you are well. SCP-096's jaw can open to 4 times the norm of an average human. Other facial features remain similar to an average human, with the exception of the eyes, which are also devoid of pigmentation. It is not yet known whether SCP-096 is blind or not. It shows no signs of any higher brain functions and is not considered to be sapient. SCP-096 is normally extremely docile, with pressure sensors inside its cell indicating it spends most of the day pacing by the eastern wall. However, when someone views SCP-096's face, whether it be directly, via video recording, or even a photograph, it will enter a stage of considerable emotional distress. SCP-096 will cover its face with its hands and begin screaming, crying, and babbling incoherently. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after the first viewing, SCP-096 will begin running to the person who viewed its face, who will from this point on be referred to as SCP-096-1. Documented speeds have varied from 35 kilometers to information redacted kilometers per hour, and it seems to depend on distance from SCP-096-1. At this point, no known material or method can impede 096's progress. The actual position of SCP-096-1 does not seem to affect 096's response. It seems to have an innate sense of SCP-096-1's location. Note this reaction does not occur when viewing artistic depictions. See document 096-1. Upon arriving at SCP-096-1's location, SCP-096 will proceed to kill and information expunged SCP-096-1, aka, if you look at its picture, it will eat your face. You will be the one it will eat. 100% of cases have left no traces of SCP-096-1. SCP-096 will then sit down for several minutes before regaining its composure, and then becoming docile once again. It will then attempt to make its way back to its natural habitat. Data expunged. Due to the possibility of a mass chain reaction, including breach of Foundation secrecy and large civilian loss of life, retrieval of subjects should be considered alpha priority. Dr. Data Expunge has also petitioned for immediate termination of SCP-096. See Interview 096-1. Order is awaiting approval. Information change. Termination order has been approved and is to be carried out by Dr. Information Redacted on Data Redacted. See Incident 096-1-A. Audio log from Interview 096-1. Interviewer, Dr. Information Redacted. Interviewed, Captain Information Redacted. Former commander of Retrieval Team Zulu 9-A. Retrieval Incident number 96-1-A. Begin log. Captain, it always wait a minute, let's do this a little bit better. Captain, it always sucks ass to get initial retrieval duty. You have no idea what the damn thing is capable of, besides what jacked up information the field techies can scrape up. And you're lucky if they even tell you the whole story. They told us to bag and tag. Didn't tell us jack shit about not looking at the damn thing. Doctor, could you describe the mission, please? Captain, yeah. Sorry. We had 2 choppers. One with my team, and one on backup with Zulu 9-B, and the doc. We spotted the target about 2 clicks north of our patrol path. I'm guessing he wasn't facing our direction, else he would have taken us out then and there. Doctor. Your report says SCP-096 didn't react to the cold? It was in the negative Celsius, man. Captain. Actually, it was negative information redacted. And yes, it was butt naked and it didn't so much as shiver. Anyway, we landed, approached the target, and Corporal, information redacted, got ready to bag it. Then the doctor called. I turned to answer it, and that's what saved me. The target must have turned, and my whole squad saw it. Doctor. That's when SCP-096 entered an agitated emotional state? Captain. Yep. Interviewed now pauses for a second before continuing. Sorry. I got the willies for a second, man. Doctor, that's alright. Captain. Well, yeah. I never saw his face. My squad did, and they paid for it up the ass. Could you describe a little more, please? Captain. Yeah. It started screaming at us and crying. Not animal roaring, though. Sounded exactly like a person. Really fucking creepy. We started firing when it picked up Corporal and ripped his leg off. God, he was screaming for help. Fucking A. Anyway, we were blowing chunks out of the target round after round. Didn't do jack shit. I almost lost it when he started. Data expunged. Him. Doctor, that's when you ordered the use of an AT-4 HEDT launcher? Captain. An anti-tank gun. Started carrying it ever since SCP, information redacted, got loose. I've seen those tear through tanks like tissue paper. Did the same thing to the target. Doctor, there was significant damage to SCP-096? It didn't even fucking flinch. It kept tearing apart my squad, but with half of his torso gone. He draws a large half circle across his torso. Doctor, but it was taking damage. Captain, if it was, it wasn't showing it. It must have lost all of its organs, all of its blood, but it didn't acknowledge any of it. Its bone structure wasn't hurt at all, though. It kept tearing my squad apart. Doctor, so no actual structural damage. How many rounds would you say were fired at SCP-096? Captain, at least 1,000. Our door gunner kept his GA-19 on it for at least 20 seconds. 20 fucking seconds. That's 650 caliber rounds pumped into the thing. Might as well have been spitting at it. This is when Zulu 9B arrived. Yeah, and my squad was gone. Zulu 9B managed to get the bag over its head, and it just sat down. We got into the chopper and got it here. I don't know how I never saw its face. Maybe God or Buddha or whoever thought I should live. Fucking jackass. Doctor, we have obtained an artist's depiction of SCP-096's face. Would you like to view it? Captain. You know, after hearing that thing's screams, and the screams of my men, I don't think I want to put a face to what I heard. No. Just no, I can't. Doctor. Alright, I believe we are done here. Thank you, Captain. Chairs are heard moving and footsteps leave the room. Captain is confirmed to have left interview room 22. Doctor. Let this be on the record that I am formally requesting SCP-096 be terminated as soon as possible. End of log. So, yeah, that's a thing. That is one hell of a thing. Holy crap. Hello, Andre. How are you? Yes, it is 096. We're reading SCPs. How are you, Andre? Yes, it is SCP. We're reading SCPs today. I'm having a fun time with it. So yeah, that's a thing. Zombies 2020. We must take it to the fiery chasm of Mount Doom. So how are you? So yeah, that is SCP-096, aka the Shy Guy. Of course I haven't touched Small Mike. There's not enough meat there. And hello, Pegasus. How are you? You live in information redacted. Duly noted. It means I can't find out about you. Makes you, I guess, harder to eat. We'll put it that way. Let's see. Let me check something here. Check something there. Check something here. There. Should be one more. Okay. Good, how are you? Why do you call me Evil Kitty? You are a wiener. I have no idea where Sabrina is. Not all black cats are the same. That's just rude. And hello, Noi. How are you? I hope you are well. So what do y'all think of the Shy Guy, aka 096? Do you think he deserves the qualification of Euclid class? The class that is only possible to kill you? Because I don't think that's quite right. I think that should definitely be a Keter class rated individual. Like hardcore. What are my picks? You're reading some of my picks today. Actually, I do have a pick. I have one last pick. We have one last story here. It's quite a long story, but it's a fun one. And hello. This is us discussing SCPs. So yeah, we have kind of a longer story. I like this story a lot. This is one of my favorite SCPs, but there's a lot to it. It'll take a minute to get through everything, but man, is it a blast. Let's see. Make sure I've got everything for it. And hello, Spirit Flame. How have you been, my friend? I hope you are well. Yes, make sure you all get a comfy blanket. Actually, I did not tie up zombies. We are here with a purpose today. A non-monetized, non-advertised video. We are here to help the SCP Foundation. I was asked to be here. I was not rude. Haha. I have done nothing of the sort, and you cannot accuse me of such today. But yes, okay, so since this is going to be a long story, let me check something real quick before we dive headfirst into it. Okay, we're at the 2-hour mark. So we need to take a quick break. That's going to have to be a thing. Like, it's going to have to be, because this is going to be a really long story, and I'm going to need to get some water real quick. So we're going to take about 5 minutes to kind of pull ourselves aside from here. During that time frame, I'm going to ask you a wonderful question of the day. For all of you that know what SCP is, I want you to tell me what your favorite SCP is. And if we do this again, I may wind up reading it live on stream during another Horror Saturday. For all of you who don't know what SCP is, what is something that scares the hell out of you? Or what is something that is normal that would scare you if it wasn't? That's a better one. Let me know in the chat. And I will use that to help me find more SCPs. There being over 4,000, there should be plenty of stuff to draw from. Okay. But yes, so we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. I would love to see all of your answers in the chat. Make sure you're putting them in there. And we will be back in about 5-ish minutes. Make sure you give as good info as you can, because this will lead to more things for all of you lovely peeps. Get hyped, get excited, because I know I am. And we'll be back in just a moment. Hello, and welcome back. Before we jump hardcore back into all the tales, let us go ahead and take a look at what tales you are down to here soon. Let's go ahead and see what we have today. Let's see who we have with us. Let's see. Favorite SCP is 682. 682 sounds familiar. Let's go ahead and take a look. And do feel free to look up any of these while we're at it. Ah, the Indestructible Lizard of Death and Doom, 682. A fantastic one. I've seen a lot for it, but it's always good to see it again. SCP-999, the Orange Slime. I love that one. Quite a wholesome one. One I do plan on tackling soon. Actually, I should probably tackle them and 682 at the same time. A good versus evil moment would always be fun. 069. Ha. 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 69. He isn't yet a known SCP. Hey, don't tell people my secrets yet, Final. Do not let people know about me. A lot of people love 999. I love the love for 999 here, so 999 will probably be in the next one. SCP-939, though. 939. SCP-939. What is SCP-939? The Lovable Orange Goo is a great one. I absolutely love that one. But SCP-939 is... Oh, the spooky talking dogs. The really creepy, crazy talking dogs. That's another good one. 049, the Plague Doctor. I almost did the Plague Doctor tonight, but I wanted to do the Plague Doctor with a special case. There will be a special instance when we do the Plague Doctor. 345, the Blood Red Pond. That's another fantastic one. SCP-008, the Zombie Virus. Another one we will tackle. It'll be one of our mass group ones. It's just the fact that one's incredibly short. Let's see. What scares Spirit Flame is what can be under the ocean or underwater, and also the unexplainable because we don't know everything that's going on in our Earth. And stuff like that. There are several underwater ones that terrify the living hell out of zombies. Those will be really fun to grab hold of. That is going to be a blast. We have quite a few for those. As well as there's tons of unexplainable ones. We're about to tackle one of those in our next one that's coming up in the next couple of minutes. Now let's see. Dark Pit hates clowns. I actually have one that might make your spirits rise a little bit on clowns. We'll get into that next time. I'm going to go to sleep now. I've had a long day and I'm still a little sick. Have a wonderful night, Kelly. Take care and pleasant nightmares to you. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you for chilling with us tonight. The SCP Foundation is not a real foundation, for everyone who's always asking. I want to warn you, in future cases when we play this out, I'm going to play them like they're completely real. But no, SCPs are not real. SCP-545. Now that one's an interesting one. And then SCP-2774, the Sloth, is horrifying. That one's just like completely twisted, and that'll be a really fun one too. But that one's gonna really stick with some people's minds. My dreams of seeing a new thing. What dreams of seeing a new thing? What kind of a new thing? But for the unknown, I have one that I quite enjoy. This one is quite the scary one indeed. This one is hard to explain, but I think that it should give you a good time. The description for this one isn't that long, but the story that accompanies it and its discovery is what makes it so great. Let's see. We have with us here SCP-3456. For any of you Attack on Titan fans out there, this should be absolutely horrifying. The giant one who rides in on a pale horse. SCP-3456. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3456 is currently uncontained. All attempts to contain or neutralize it have resulted in failure. Hello, Soapbox. How are you? Research into methods for containment are ongoing. Personnel who observe the entity are to be treated with Class G amnestics and must be located with at least one freshwater stream, river, or lake within 1 kilometer of the treatment facility. All historical references to SCP-3456 are to be removed and or attributed to myth, shell shock, PTSD, and hysteria. Reports regarding loss of life and damage as a result of SCP-3456 incidents should be scrubbed of all references to the anomaly and replaced with narratives involving military conflict, natural or man-made disasters. Regions in which SCP-3456 are likely to appear are to be monitored regularly. Personnel are to be deployed to aid evacuation efforts in the event of an incident. Direct observation of SCP-3456 should be avoided. I want to go play VR. We'll have a wonderful night, Tara. Thank you for staying with us for the night. I hope you have a wonderful night and pleasant nightmares. Enjoy your VR experience. There should be an Ashford VR where you can sit and watch Ashford tell stories in your living room. Wouldn't that be interesting? Description: SCP-3456 are a group of quadrupeds resembling horses and other equines. Individual instances deviate significantly from other equines, particularly due to the lack of hair, presence of 3-toed hooves, thick translucent skin, and either single or multiple human torsos fused to its back, in addition to the normal equine head attached to the horse's body. Each torso has a pair of arms and a head attached. One of the arm span reaches twice the height of the entity itself and end in 5 sharpened, protruding bone digits in place of human fingers. In most instances, SCP-3456 possesses a hole where the human nose is normally located and is capable of emitting high-pitched screams up to 110 decibels in intensity. Let's turn this down just a little. The size of each SCP-3456 instance varies, with the largest recorded manifestation reaching 30 meters in height and 15 meters in length. SCP-3456 instances thus far have proven to be impervious to conventional weapons. Instances materialize near the sites of war, terrorist attacks, and natural disasters. Multiple manifestations may occur depending on the scale of the event, as indicated by the entity's materialization during numerous historical events throughout the 19th, 20th, and 21st centuries. SCP-3456 instances display high levels of adaptive intelligence during incidents, often engineering situations to trap or torture their targets. Due to this, it is currently theorized that SCP-3456 maybe sapient. Have a wonderful night, Pudge. Thank you for coming out and chilling with us tonight. Thanks so much for the stream, buddy. I gotta get to bed. Have an awesome one, and I'll catch y'all later. Take care, Pudge. Thank you for showing up tonight. It has been a blast having you. Thank you for coming in on that raid. And if Giggles is still here, yet again, thank you for that raid. It has been a blast having you here. Take care, and we will see you soon. Direct observation of SCP-3456 by an individual will result in the entity becoming aware of the observer, at which point it will display directional awareness of said individuals at all times. SCP-3456 manifestations are known to engage in predatory and stalking behavior, utilizing the environment to conceal and camouflage themselves. Survivors of such behavior report that the entity will manipulate and follow its targets, pursuing them well beyond the site of initial manifestation. See Incident Log I-3456-032. SCP-3456 will continue such behaviors, deliberately exposing itself to as many individuals as possible until it has captured a large number of individuals, at which point it will dematerialize. What happens to subjects taken by SCP-3456 is currently not known. Should SCP-3456 be incapable of collecting a significant or sufficient number of subjects, it will continually materialize near individuals who have observed it before until it is able to capture them. And hello, Jonathan. How are you? Welcome. Come, sit and chill for a while. SCP-3456 is either unwilling to cross or incapable of crossing bodies of fresh water. This was initially discovered by Foundation plants within Basra, Iraq. During Operation Iraqi Freedom, Foundation agents were forced into rapid retreat across the Tigris River by 3 SCP-3456 manifestations, at which time they discovered that the instances either could not or would not set foot onto the bridge. Now, why SCP-3456 is unable to cross such geographic boundaries is currently unknown. Footnotes. Which causes these appendages to drag along the ground during an entity's movements. Common tactics include ambushes, luring, property destruction, and psychological manipulation. Such individuals describe SCP-3456 stopping and breathing in close proximity to where they were concealed for hours before appearing to give up, only to return once they emerge from the place of their refuge. Conditions of exact number of people 3456 requires to reach satisfaction are unknown and appear to vary between individual appearances. Let's see. We have logs that give us information of these creatures. No, this is not a pre-recorded viewing. We're reading aloud and live. Yes, I hope you are well. It is a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to have you here. We say hello to you. Okay. The following section contains journal entries from Dave Harkand, an infantryman in the British Expeditionary Force during World War I. This journal describes several SCP-3456 sightings over the course of the Battle of Somme. A lot of people think I may be an SCP, but until the Foundation manages to catch me, no one will ever know. June 27th, 1916. Finally arrived at the front. I picked up this little journal while I was in Paris. Figured I might as well record my heroics on the battlefield. Quite chuffed to finally be in action, though it seems I'm the only one. Most of these blokes have been fighting for a couple of months now, and they look downright dreadful. Mud all over the uniform, and their faces are so pale. Looks like they haven't eaten or slept for months. Commanding officer is rather shit hot for battle. It's quite admirable. July 2nd, 1916. Woke in the early hours of the morning. Ground was shaking. Damn near shook me out into the muck on the dugout floor. Poor blokes in the bunks on the other side looked like they'd had seen a ghoul. A pair of Northern Irish lads from Kitchener's armies, if I remember right, kept muttering about a nuckety. Not sure what that is. Must be some Irish thing. They were both gripping a gold crucifix. I was about to lay my head back down and get a wink of shut-eye when I ended up scrambling into the mud. Loudest damn thing I've ever heard. Thought it was the Hun artillery about to mark us with a whiz-bang. Only problem was, never did get the bang. This morning asked our brass hat about the artillery barrage. Gave me a funny look and asked what the bloody hell I was talking about. July 2nd, 1916. We went looking for the dud that must have come down last night. Didn't find it, but found something even the Amen Walla. What is an Amen Walla? Let me know that. British military slang for a chaplain, duly noted. Thank you, footnote. Probably can't explain. Strangest looking crater I've ever seen. Was shaped like a giant hoof. SCP Unclean. I have not done SCP Unclean. I would love some dino nuggets. Yes, please. Please. Huns made a push today. First time they've moved in our region. First time I'd ever seen combat. It's not romantic and adventurous. It's terrifying and deadly. My hands can't stop shaking. I already messed up the chit once. The Huns had our outfit up against the wall. Damn near overran us. Didn't help that it rained the night before, making our foxhole filled to the brim with muck. One of the Frits came right at me. I put one right between his eyes. God. Fell right at the edge of the trench and had to look at him in the eyes. Poor lad couldn't have been more than 17 or 18 years old. Martin, one of those Irish lads, was gone. Was unlike anything I'd ever seen. One moment he's standing shooting at the Huns. All of a sudden the mud starts boiling. Before anyone can react, mud just flies everywhere. Everyone else is suddenly knocked down off their feet. I look up. The wanker's just gone. Wasn't even body parts left. Haven't told anyone. But I'd swear there was bones coming up from underneath him right before the mud went flying. His mate, Brendan, was digging in the mud for hours looking for the crucifix. And this is SCP-3456. July 14th and 15th, 1916. Huns tried to push this morning in the rain. I was in the machine gun nest with Brendan, the other Irish chap in my unit. They kept coming and getting stuck in the mud, and I just kept shooting. I am not SCP-529. I'm a completely different cat. Sun is rising. I'm on the watch till 8. At least that's what the brass hat said. I started losing track of how much time's been passing. There's something out there, something lurking out in the mud and dead Huns. Nearly dozed off last night, listening to the moans of the brightly wounded stuck out in the no man's land. Poor bastards got left behind. Saw something out of the edge of my vision, something big. Couldn't quite make it out. It was much darker than usual. Overcast sky was obscuring the full moon. Overheard a couple of screams, but whatever it was gone before my flare hit the sky. July 30th, 1916. I've been seeing them at the edge of my vision ever since that first night. They're huge, but they move so damn fast that they're gone before I can get a clear look. Or at least that's how it was mucking out until today. Thick fog and mist rolled in this morning, blanketed everything. We figured the Huns might use it to launch another push. Bastards have been pushing non-stop since the 20th. Saw it, through the fog, looked like a shadow, hiding in the mist. Some sort of horse-like creature, with something dangling along the ground, with a giant lump where the rider should sit. Except the lump started moving. Could have sworn it was a person, or something that looked like a person. Sat up, and the thing's dragging along the ground, reached out in front of it, picked up something, thought it was a couple of... Double check something. Couple of dead what? Before I just spout that off. Couple of dead Jerrys, until they started squirming. I'll never forget the noise it made, louder than a banshee, shrill and twisted. It looked right at me, 2 pairs of red glowing orbs. Brendan calls them knuckle of ease. Poor Irish bastard still don't understand what that means. Won't tell me much more than that. Beginning to understand why these blokes looked so terrified when I first arrived. Bloody hell. August 13th. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. They're nightmares. Been on watch 2 nights in a row. One just appeared right there, right in front of me. 20 feet. Had to be at least 20 feet away. Towered into the sky. Got my flare to go off in time to see it pick up a couple wounded Jerrys in the mud. They don't have bloody skin. They're just muscle and fat. The thing on its back wasn't human. No way it could be human. It had no skin either. No legs. Just merged straight into the horse at the stomach. Took a couple of shots at it with my rifle. Did absolutely nothing. Like I was shooting it with a slingshot. It stopped soon as my flare reached its highest point and turned. Looked straight down at me. Both the horse and the thing on its back. And it smiled. August 17th, 1916. Been assigned night watch the past 4 nights straight. Tried to tell the brass hat about what... Try to tell the brass hat about the knuckle of ease. Didn't believe me. Said it was the shell shock playing with my head. Had to put a sock in it and keep on. It keeps coming back. Every night. Same spot. 20 feet in front of me. Picks up wounded Jerry's. Turns and looks. And then it's gone. It's playing with me. I'm sure of it. Last night there was another one too. 4 of those things on its back. Did the same damn thing. Jerry's made a big push yesterday. Rained 2 days ago. All day. So the muck was deep. We were on the machine gun again in the pillbox. So many of them in no man's land last night. Couldn't tell the dead from the living. Haven't slept in 6 days. There were 5 tonight. 3 of them had more than one of those things on their back. The one that keeps coming back dropped something. Saw it shine in the flare light. 10 a.m. August 20th. Went out into the mud where it appears every night. Found Martin's crucifix and tin hat. August 20th, 1916. They're getting bold. Saw one out in broad daylight. Pretty sure it was the same one. Buried itself in the mud, just lying there, waiting. We're going over the top at 3. There are more out there now, all doing the same thing. God help us. Official records show that Dave Harkand was declared missing in action on August 20th, following a failed British counterattack against the German trenches. Additional queries have revealed that one Brendan O'Malley within the same unit was also reported missing in action on the same date. Harkand's journal was found 20 feet from the edge of the German trenches 2 months after he disappeared. Oof. That's rough. Some of these ones are fairly recent. There's more. There's a lot more. Your name is O'Malley? Is it O'Malley the Alley Cat? Are you a friend of mine? I would love to meet a friend of mine here. It'd be absolutely a blast. There is another incident log, though. There's one more report. These things are scary, they're mean, and there's not much anybody can do about them. They're not even contained. Three, 4, 5, 6 is in Ruby. I put it in Games and Things. Really? Let's go ahead and check that before I pop back into this. Games and Things. Is it really in Ruby? Games and Things. Oh. So that's what it is. And that's exactly what they look like. The varying degrees. How far back do these date? This is the furthest back one. But we got one that's more recent. Holy crap. Now the question is, let's see, apparently a Nuckelavee is a creature from Irish folklore. What do you know about Ruby? I know plenty about Ruby. Shoot, Zombie's fiance, is a cosplayer for different Ruby characters, specifically Yang and Neapolitan. There's a lot of big nerds here. You just stick around, you'll enjoy it. We have one that's more recent. This one actually requires level 5 clearance. Let me see if I have that. It's going to take a bit to get in here. Let's see if we can do it. And we've got it. We has it. Okay. The following incident details SCP-3456 manifestation in Fukushima, Japan, following the 2011 earthquake. Several Foundation reconnaissance teams were deployed following the evacuation of the city to assess whether or not the earthquake had been caused by an anomaly. SCP-3456 manifested in several locations during and shortly after the quake, resulting in 2,562 missing persons. Foundation reconnaissance personnel were not expected to encounter 3456, as manifestations had ceased in the prohibited zone 64 hours after the majority of the civilian population was evacuated. Well, I mean, that's neat that you caught a that you caught a shiny Heatmore. Thank you for subscribing, Jonathan. Welcome to the Zombies. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and a movement. Sit and chill with us for a while. Saturdays are our horror nights, and they will be the nights that we'll be doing SCP stuff when we do. I think we might make this something that happens more frequently. It's not going to happen every week, but it might happen on a bi-weekly basis, if nothing else. If you just like nerdy things, just join in anytime, because we're all nerds that happen here all the time. Such excitement and more! Okay, so we have the next log. And this is a doozy. But oh my god, is it worth it? Incident log I-3456-32. Log date 18th of March 2011. 1400 hours. I mean, I'm nerds of everything. I'm not really a fan of Smile Dog being a cat and all. Just putting that out there. The way there's a great cat SCP on this channel you should check out sometime. Okay. Forward. Reconnaissance teams were deployed in squads of 4, with one member of each team possessing helmet-mounted camera equipment. The following log details the events surrounding Squad 3. 3 of the 8 teams were noted to have encountered SCP-3456. However, the cameras from Squad 1 and 6 were destroyed early during the interaction with SCP-3456 entities. This log is a transcript of the audio and visual feeds between Squad 3 and Command. Other members of the squad were not subject to audio communications between Commander Bryans and the communications officer, who was briefed on SCP-3456 during evacuation efforts, but failed to encounter any manifestations. Beginning log. The helmet-mounted camera is switched on as the reconnaissance squad departs the helicopter transport. The street depicted both in front and behind the unit as the camera swerves with the operative's head, is noted to have sustained significant structural damage, with many visible points where the concrete was buckled or split apart. Bryans. This is Reconnaissance Squad 3, Orange Leader. Command, do you read? Command. We read you, Orange Leader. The V turns to the left and the right, noting 2 other individuals, each equipped with standard field agent equipment. Bryans. Mic check. Lopez. Lopez reporting in. Chow. Check. Is this thing working? Byers. Reading you loud and clear, Commander. Bryans is seen pointing at the screen. Command. Is the camera in Byers' helmet transmitting? Command. We're getting clear transmission from the camera. Navigation is sending you coordinates. Agent Lopez and Chow have been provided can't counters. Remember, any deviation from the norm is grounds for further investigation. Should you encounter an anomaly, radio its location and containment teams will be deployed. Under no circumstances is your squad to engage an anomaly. From this point forward, communications with Command will be directed to you. Roger, Command. The camera tilts slightly downward, pointing at a square device on Agent Byers' wrist. Bryans. Okay, our target is 3 clicks south. We'll have to cross Arakawa River here. Chow, Lopez, I want those can't counters counting as we're moving. The moment those levels look weird, you say something. Got it? Lopez. Yes, sir. Chow. Got it. Bryans. Byers, you stick close to me. For the next 10 minutes, Squad 3 moves through 5 blocks of damaged buildings and roadways with no signs of anomalous activity. Lopez. Hey boss, my counter just got a huge spike. Chow was about to say, my needle went all the way into the red for about 3 seconds. Bryans holds up his hand to stop. The reconnaissance members stop in the street. Byers moves slowly in a 360-degree arc as she attempts to locate the source of the elevated Hume readings. Bryans. Command, you got all that? You got all that, right? Command. We got it, Orange Leader. We're not picking up anything on the visual or... At this point, Command noted the presence of a dull, rhythmic thumping noise. Intensity of the thumps indicated a distance of roughly 30 meters between the source of the disturbance and the camera's microphone. Sorry, sometimes when there's so many characters, it's kind of hard to keep. It's kind of hard to keep all the voices straight, as well as to be able to keep talking with my mouth getting dry. So, like, some are prone to slip. I'm sorry, because especially with ones like this, like I don't have the ability to hear a voice at first, so I'm having to kind of try to make something fit. I will try my best to do better, though. I'm sorry. At this point, Command noted... I've already read that part. Bryans. Command! Command. Please hold your position. Orange Leader. Lopez. Boss, do you hear that? The sound is noted to have grown slightly louder and decreased in distance from 300 to 250 meters away. Chow. Sounds like a horse walking on pavement. The camera begins another 360-degree arc as Agent Byers scans the surrounding environment. The noise abruptly ends after 2 minutes of continuous increase in intensity. A crash is heard, and the camera swivels 180 degrees. Lopez's cant counter can be seen on the pavement, glass shattered. Lopez. Holy shit! Chow. Commander? Bryans. Command, we have a problem. The camera pans up from the cant counter on the ground and captures SCP-3456 standing at an intersection 200 meters away. The camera zooms in on the entity, and Command notes the translucent skin and fused human torso in the middle of the horse's back. The torso appears to remain limp and motionless for approximately 30 seconds. Cant counter. One sec. Cant counter. Okay. Cant counters measure Hume. A Hume is a way to determine the strength and or amount of reality in a given area. Now, you may have issues with reality being measured this way, and it's certainly hard it's certainly a hard concept to grasp. One of the better analogies that can be used to explain this works like this. Picture that everything in the universe is covered in a thin layer of sand. This is the baseline level of reality 1 Hume. When some of the sand is removed, by any means, there's less sand around, and the level of reality has dropped. When sand is added, there is more reality around. Now, this explanation is highly simplistic, but it helps introduce the concept and gives a nice visual representation. So, using this analogy, Humes just measured the amount of sand in the area. A cant counter is measuring Humes, and cant is spelled K-A-N-T. Basically, A Cant counter is used to, in the SCP Foundation at least, is used to measure, it's used to measure basically reality warping or reality distorting anomalies. Pokeball sound effect? That may have been my phone. But, yeah. So that's what it's used to measure. Sorry for not explaining that sooner. Because I know there's a lot of stuff on here that I understand, because I dive into this lore a lot, and I'm also a science fanatic at the same time, and a science fiction fanatic at the same time. So I know there's a lot of stuff that I forget that is not, it's not common knowledge. It's not something that you see in a lot of stuff. This is kind of like a niche thing. So I will do my best to explain things. If y'all have questions, let me know, and I will do my best to explain what I can. Alright, and we're back to it. Brian's. Command. Believe we have identified the entity responsible for the quake. Command. Negative, Orange Leader. SCP-3456 is not responsible for the earthquake. The communications officer begins talking to one of the higher clearance reconnaissance command officials. O'Donnell, we have SCP-3456 manifestation. Brian's. What? What's 3456? What is it doing here? The torso begins to move, slowly straightening into an upright position. Its arms begin swinging, damaging or destroying several structures around it, and drawing Brian's attention. Command. Orange Leader, Command has authorized a UAV drone strike. Move your team out of the street and into a high-rise two buildings to your left. Brian's. Roger, Command. The camera focuses on Brian for another 5 seconds as he turns to address the squad, before focusing on the entity. SCP-3456 has stopped moving its arms. The entity turns towards the reconnaissance team. It emits a loud vocalization for approximately 5 seconds. Command. Orange Leader, get your team out of there. It's seen you. Brian's points to the side street, and the camera swivels in that direction, bringing a large high-rise to the fray. My bad. At least I didn't do the super scary thing I usually do with it. I usually bring that noise out. This! Spook! Haha. Oop. Ah. 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 Sorry, I can't help but at least have one spook while Ashford is out. It happens. Next time, maybe I'll bring something cute out for all of you. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. Thank you for being good sports, though. I appreciate it. I know I can be quite the shit. Wasn't really planning on sleeping anyway. I'm sorry, DDD. A pup in a teacup. It's not a pup in a teacup. It's a pup in a bowl. A ramen bowl. I mean, we have tons of cute ones. Breaking immersion for a moment. Tons of cute ones. Tons of cute ones. We have, like, the pup in the bowl. We have Billy. Transforming Billy. Whoosh. And many, many others. We also have Shirazad, the teller of nice tales. And then, for everyone who loves dogs, dogs. Who absolutely just has to have a dog. I will give you a dog. All you people with your dogs. Dog. Yes, weepy dog. Okay, but now we're back to normal because I want to do the thing. Aha! But thank you for bearing with me. I'm sorry. And we have many, many more coming, so beware. The camera focuses on Brian for another 5 seconds as he turns to address the squad before focusing on the entity. SCP-3456 has stopped moving its arms. The entity turns towards the reconnaissance team. I already made the loud noise, so I'm not going to do it again. Have a wonderful night, Brian. Take care and pleasant nightmares. Thank you for coming out and seeing us, and thank you for chilling with us this lovely night. Command. Orange Leader, get your team out of there. It's seen you. Brian points to the side street with the camera, and the camera swivels in the direction, bringing a large high-rise into frame. Brian's. Everybody move! Now! The camera begins to shake, and it tilts down as Byers briefly looks at the ground before returning to a level view. The feed swivels to the left briefly and captures the approaching UAV drone. Before swiveling to the right, the entity can be seen charging towards the squad, appendages reaching towards the screen. The UAV drone is seen as a blur by the camera, and there is an explosion as the entity emits a wail and disappears beneath a cloud of smoke. Brian's. Will that kill it, Regina? Command. No, George. It only slows it down. The squad enters the high-rise and begins climbing the stairs. The camera stops shaking as the squad stops on the 8th floor of the building. Brian's. Regina, why the hell is it here? Command. An argument can be heard between the communications officer and the head of the reconnaissance. Other communications officers present later reported that the debate pertained to whether or not the situation superseded the higher-level classification of SCP-3456's documentation, thus required full briefing of the team. The screen begins vibrating excessively, and the sound of SCP-3456 approaching the building can be heard. Brian's is seen, directing the squad members to the door of a large utility closet. As Byers closes the door behind them, the video feed displays a shadow blocking out the light of a window. The camera is switched, temporarily, to night vision by Byers. The camera vibrates 4 more times before the sound of SCP-3456 approaching stops. The entity can be heard breathing heavily outside the window. Brian's. Regina! Come in, Regina! Command. The previously mentioned argument can still be heard. Brian's. God damn it! Lopez. Wish we had a way to see what that thing was doing out there. Brian's. We do have a camera. Byers. I'm not sticking my head outside that door. Chow. Hey, this is a utility closet, right? Lopez. Yeah. Chow. Byers. Is there a broom in here? Linz turns to the left, and a broom can be seen. Byers. Yeah, right next to you. Chow. Toss me your helmet. The screen wobbles and is inverted as Agent Byers removes her helmet and hands it to Agent Chow. The camera shakes several times. The click of a flashlight and the sound of tape being torn can be heard. Hello, Rabbit. How are you? The feet stop shaking, and there's a tapping noise. Chow. Ah, good. This should let us see what's going on. You've got your remote display on, right? Brian's. We'll be able to see what it's doing out there. Good thinking, Chow. Whatever it is, I hope it's fucked right off. Isn't his language colorful? Byers. Innovative as always. The feed wobbles back and forth, and the sound of the closet door creaking open can be heard. Night vision is disabled as the lens begins detecting light coming through the window. The entity's hands grip the side of the windows, and its face comes into frame from the left. Its eyes move back and forth several times. The entity breathes out briefly, fogging the lens of the camera. It emits a vocalization, causing the camera to drop to the floor. The door is heard slamming shut with the force of the vocalization. The entity lingers in the windows for a moment before releasing the sides, disappearing from view. Talking Cat story time with SCPs. Just came from Tim's Pokemon stream. I hope Tim is well. And I hope you were well too. I hope you had fun while you were there. Thank you for joining us. SCP-3456's shadow begins moving away from the building and out of frame. The camera shakes and is slowly pulled back into the utility closet. The camera shakes for 60 seconds before it is handed back to Agent Byers. 3 minutes pass before SCP-3456 can no longer be heard. The other 3 squad members appear visibly shaken by the preceding events. And why, hello, Shaman. I hope the convention's going well for you, my friend. He flexed on you and you almost died from a nosebleed. Now that is quite a thing. But, are you prepared for a cat to flex on you? BAM! Cat flexing. Ha 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 ha! All the might and muscle of a mighty cat. Ha 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 ha! Bam. I'm sorry I couldn't help myself. By the magic of puppetry, of course. Charmed, I'm sure. Cat flex indeed. SCP-3456's shadow begins moving away from the building and out of frame. The camera shakes and is slowly pulled back into the utility closet. I've already read this bit, so I need to read the next part. Command. Orange Leader, is your squad still intact? Brian's. Regina, what the hell is going on? Command. You and 2 of the other squads have encountered SCP-3456. It wasn't supposed to be here. Brian's. Supposed to be here? The hell was Command thinking sending us in without confirmation? Command. George, this line is being monitored. I don't give a damn! You put me and my team in the hot zone with a hostile entity that isn't supposed to be here! I need to inform them! You can't do that, Orange Leader. The security clearance be damned! We just stared at a demon in the face! You think I give a damn about bureaucratic procedures right now? 10 seconds of radio silence pass. Command, I can't... You can't tell them what it is. Brian's. God damn it, Regina! You can tell them what it doesn't like. 5 seconds of silence. Brian's. Are you talking about... Command. Fresh water. 15 seconds of silence. Brian's. That's helpful, Regina. What are we supposed to do? Splash a bottle of water on it and watch it melt? Is it the freaking Wicked Witch of the West? What are we talking about here? Command. George, if you get to the bridge over Arakawa, it won't be able to follow. Brian looks down at the display device on his wrist, which lights up. Regina, the crossing is still 1.5 clicks away. We'll never make it there. Command, give me a second. Actually, I reveal my tricks on how this works all the time. If you want to know how this works, stick around till the end of the story. At the end of the story, I will give an explanation. How about that? I won't tell you everything, but I'll tell you a good bit of what the base function of this is. Because it's fun. But you gotta stick around to the end of the stream. And then I'll explain everything. But not everything. 30 seconds pass in silence. Brian's display lights up again, followed by those other 3 squad members. The video feed tilts down. Command. Your original route took you across Arakawa, upstream at a narrow point. I've routed you to a closer crossing at the river's widest point. It's about 1 kilometer out, and should take about 15 minutes if you use the buildings for cover. The Hilo is already en route. The Hilo is already en route. The helicopter. Okay. This cat has ADD. This cat does have ADD. If you want to be very specific, this cat has ADHD. And it's all over the place. Everything but not information redacted. Zombies 20 data expunge. Very well put. Roger, Command. What is the status on the other 2 teams? Command. Muffled chatter. We've lost contact. He turns and looks at each member of the group before facing Byers. Anne, I need you to poke your head out of the door. Make sure that thing isn't out there. Perspective shifts slightly as Byers looks out the closet door. SCP-356 is not seen. All clear, sir. Brian's. Okay, so here's the deal, folks. We got something out there that isn't supposed to be here. Command has our evac en route, but we need to get over to Arakawa for them to do that. Chow. Any particular reason for that? Why can't they just pick us up here? Brian's. You saw what it can do. Command doesn't want to risk a chopper getting knocked out of the sky. That thing can't cross fresh water. The widest point of the river is 1 kilometer south. We stick to the shadows and move fast and quiet. It's all you need to know for now. Brian's is seen giving the signal to move out. The squad spends the next 15 minutes moving between different buildings. The squad stops approximately 50 yards from the bridge, a few meters from a large intersection. The frame pans to the left, from left to right in a 360 arc as Byers surveys the surrounding buildings. There is no sign of SCP-3456. Brian's. Command, we're 50 yards from the bridge. No sign of the entity. Command. The helicopter should be on the bridge. Can you see it? Byers turns to the front, and the camera zooms in, capturing a CH-47 Chinook helicopter on the bridge. Bryans. Roger, Command, we see it. Lopez. Sweet Mary, Mother of Jesus, we're saved. The squad begins walking forward, but stops. The camera experiences several severe vibrations, and the ticking noise begins as Chow's cant counter buzzes in alarm. SCP-3456 emerges from the street to their left, 5 meters ahead, and turns so that it directly faces the reconnaissance squad. The torso leans down on the right side, and both the horse and the human torso emit a vocalization. From the bridge, small arms fire can be heard and seen colliding with the entity's skin. 2 RPGs collide with the entity along its neck to no effect. Bryans. Son of a bitch was waiting for us. Chow. What do we do now? The camera moves down to Bryans, who pulls 2 canisters from his belt. Stun grenades. Bryans. We run. Bryans flips the pin on the grenades and looks back at the squad. Shield your eyes! Hey, ugly! Bryans throws the grenades into the air and begins running forwards. Byers looks down to avoid the flash. There is a bang and the entity is heard wailing. Byers looks back up. Lopez and Bryans can be seen in front. They've nearly reached the bridge. The camera turns slightly to the left, and Chow can be seen running alongside Byers. The feed suddenly spins. Byers is level with the ground and begins sliding backwards. The camera lifts up, and Byers can be heard screaming. Perspective tilts up and shows the entity's hand wrapped around Byers' left leg. Byers' head tilts back to a more level angle, depicting her ascent into the air as she continues screaming. The camera stops moving up and focuses on SCP-3456's face, at which time it is noted to be smiling. The lens attempts to focus on something embedded within the entity's forehead and zooms in. A golden crucifix and a World War I British infantry helmet can be seen before the camera feed terminates. End of log. Postword. Timestamps from visual footage indicate that SCP-3456 demanifested at the termination of the video feed. Agents Ann Byers, Luzon Chow have been declared missing and remain unaccounted for. Well, Jesus Christ, that's quite the tale. These are one of the few SCPs that really actually unnerves me. They're a horrifying creature to behold, and they do horrifying things while horrifying things are happening. And we lost 2 good men to that creature. But that's the scariest part about them, is that the worse that things are, the more terrifying the event, the badder the catastrophic destruction is, the more likely they are to appear and claim people. And what happens to them, nobody knows. And as for what does SCP stand for? It stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. Now, I'm guessing that you are all kind of curious as to what this program is that I'm using. You're curious to Ashford. You're curious to the great cat, the wibbly-tailed cat and all. Yes? Because we're kind of at the end of the night, but I have time to explain a couple things to you. Let's see, let's turn off auto blink and enable tracked blinking. Ah, there we go, real eye time. Though be it the camera tracking for the eyes is a little off, but it can be fun to utilize. Okay, so what this program is called is a program called FaceRig. It's an interesting little program that allows you to basically have a facial puppet. And that's the basic gist of it. It basically follows your face wherever it goes, and it does whatever your face likes to do. Like, as you can see, I'm talking. As my lips move, so does the cat's mouth move. As I blink, it tries to blink. There it goes. and then as I squint my eyes and I move my face around, it does things. Like if I want to hiss at it, you just go, and it does the entire face. Well, to do that, I have to actually scrunch my entire face up. I have to actually set my face up. I have to actually scrunch my eyes together to make it where it dilates the eyes for the cat. Every one of these things will control this a little bit differently because they are different creatures. Have a wonderful night, Tara. Thank you for coming out and joining us again. So it'll have all sorts of different things you can possibly do with it. So like I can make the creepy face, I can trail my head, I can make my eyes go big and cute, I can make them go very mean looking, all that other kind of jazz. Essentially, it tracks the entirety of my face. I honestly wish I had a better camera so I could track my face a little bit better, but I make do with what I have. It still does fairly well considering the camera I have is not the best out there. So, what's the image of? If you're asking about what the image is from the, if you ask what the image is that's on the computer screen, that is actually a artist's rendition of what the creature is supposed to look like, as stated in the SCP Wiki page. As far as the image that is the computer that houses everything, it's actually from my little video scene that introduces my cat streams. Are you heading out, Jonathan? Are you heading to bed? But yes, there are many different types of puppets that you can use for this, and they do different things depending on how you enable them. So, like, with this one, it has all these things, and, like, I can push a button, I can move my tail around, I can push another button and torque that ear, I can push another button and torque this ear just a little bit. I can push this button, and I have a tongue sticking out. And it does so to varying degrees, depending on how long I push it. So there's that, and then I have the yawn function, then I have the cute yawn function, I have the scratching around on the ground looking for stuff function. So you can do all sorts of stuff with these. So it's kind of funny what you can make happen. You can do the paw licking if you do it right, and you do the paw licking with this, and then you hit that. Let's see, do paw lick. Paw lick is T, okay. So you go for this, you go for the paw lick, and you pick the paw up and he does the thing. Or you can have him kind of like dig around. There's also different things you can do with your puppets. And there's also a plethora of puppets at your disposal, and all of them do different things depending on what muscles you decide to utilize for them with your own face. So let's go into these. The ones that I like to use most of the time are the 2D ones because they're a little less finicky with the camera I have. If I had a more advanced camera, I would probably go into the 3D model based ones. Because like we have like a Velociraptor. And this is like some of the coolest stuff ever. I get to be a big ass dinosaur that takes up most of the screen. Just be like, haha, look at me go. All of my stuff decided to shrink. Don't shrink on me. I need this to not shrink. I need this to be where I had it. Thank you. Go back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong. Sorry. I'm being a dinosaur for a minute. Just let me sing and do my thing. And it'll be okay. And like you can hit different buttons and he'll yet again do different things, just like all the other ones will, and all that other good jazz. Where'd my chat go? There it is. So we've got like the dinosaur, then we got the one that everybody knows. This is actually what made the program very popular. There's a guy called The One Manny, which is a live streamer on Twitch, who also has video content here on YouTube, which was made very popular by using the Doge meme dog. And he is a very pretty dog. And you can do all sorts of cool things with the 3D model ones as well. Like you can get them headphones. You can get them cigarettes. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. You can give them all sorts of cool stuff. You can give them like little hats. You can give them like props. And you can give them like a little desk. And all sorts of crazy cool stuff. There's all sorts of stuff that you can do and design for this stuff. Like it's really fun and really easy to do. No, there is not a Dio puppet. But the really cool thing is that you can actually go onto the Steam Workshop. And there are tons of other characters that have been made. Like, it's me, Mario! You have, like, Mario, and you have, like, tons of anime characters. A lot of anime characters. Some are good, some are bad, some work really well, some are like, why did you do this? Like, all sorts of stuff. We actually have a Junko since we've been doing a lot of Danganronpa. So there's Junko and stuff like that. Like, there's all sorts of stuff you can utilize. You can be a turkey! Because why not be a turkey? Gobble gobble, motherfucker, let's go. Yeah, there's Flowey and Timmy. You'd be a creepy-ass cheeseburger! This one doesn't work as good with the green screen because it's got lettuce, but you can change that up too. And some of them even have variations in their colors, like this one. I'm a rotten zombie cheeseburger. And so on and so forth. And then you can be like a giant-ass freaking dragon. Hello. I stick my tongue at you. And you do all sorts of cool stuff with the dragon. And he's really cool to play with. He can even puff out his cheeks. Look at them little cheekies. He's a cheeky devil! And like, there's all sorts of stuff you can do with him. So like, yeah. Dragons are things. There's like a Transformers knockoff character. He's a robot. He looks like he's trying to be a Transformer, but he's not. Ho ho ho! You can be Santa Claus. You can be a present! Like, quite literally, it is a present. It is a present. Ta-da. And hello, Green Shadow and friends. How are you? Merry Christmas. Even though it's, like, far off now. You be this creepy thing. Ha-ha! This thing really weirds me out. It really does. But then you got, like, pretty ones like this one. And you've got cute small ones like this one. Your eyes are way too big, but it's cute and tiny. You can be a bigger dog. Woof woof, bow wow. Be a bigger puppo. You can be... There's lots of stuff for furries. There is no shaming or anything like that of furries here. Lots of people in this community are furries. I personally am not, which is why I do not use a furry costume. But no shame if you're a furry. But there's plenty of things for the furry community. And like this one like comes like a myriad of colors. Like just have at it. This is not a website. This is called FaceRig. It is a application you can actually buy on Steam. Now what's really cool with this is not only can you use it for streaming and video recording and stuff like that, but this program works on stuff like Discord. It works on stuff like Skype. If you have video, anything that has like video camera access, you can replace your video camera access with this and do this instead. So that's pretty cool. So like if you're, like say you're a YouTuber but you don't ever want to do a face reveal and you still need to do like a video chat with somebody for whatever reason, which that doesn't make any sense, but say you have to. Well, now you can. You just use this and just make something out of it. There are also tons of people that make stuff in the Steam Workshop, so you can get tons of cool things, like the Mario one I showed you earlier. There's like Camilla from Fire Emblem. There's Captain Falcon. Falcon Punch! I can't do a good Captain Falcon. And like people make stuff really quickly. Like, okay, like everyone knows like the new Pokemon DLC is coming out. Oh, there's too much green on her. Oh, crap. I actually have to reload her in. There we go. But there's too much green on her, so she's going to partially disappear because I got it on green screen mode. But she's already out. Someone's already made her. Like, holy Jesus. Like, full 3D model that talks and walks and wiggles. Well, it doesn't walk, but, like, you get the gist. So, like, stuff comes out fairly quickly. They make all sorts of crazy things. There's been some weird ones I've seen. There's also like Pokemon Trainer. For some reason, it's not want to load in right. Load in right. There we go. Ta-da. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And then like there's Timmy in a box. So like, not only can you find these in the workshop, but you can commission people. Like if you get this program, you can actually commission people to make you custom ones. Which one day, if I ever make enough money, I do plan on doing so myself and making a couple of custom ones. I don't think it'll ever permanently replace my face cam, but it'll replace some stuff. Warning to anybody who joined here today, I don't normally do FaceRig. This is like something that comes out like usually once in a blue moon for special occasions. We may be increasing it more because this did fairly well. Y'all guys seem to have enjoyed it. If y'all enjoyed it, like, I hate to do the YouTuber thingy, but smash the like button to let me know. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the dislike button and let me know so I know not to do this again if y'all didn't like it. Sometimes that does actually help gauge things. But yeah, like, let me know if y'all enjoyed this. Like, somehow just be like, yo, this didn't suck. Because I love using this stuff. I love learning this stuff. And I will admit, this is actually a little more strenuous than just using a camera at times. Because, like, you have to contort your face in the proper ways. And you have to move your stuff around. It depends on the quality of the puppet. Like, this one doesn't have a lot of facial expressions I can do with it. But, like, some of them have, like, outrageous amounts of stuff you can do with them. Like Ashford. We just got this one today. This one's really cute. I like this one a lot. It's a little bunny rabbit, and it says hello. So, like, there's all sorts of crazy stuff you can utilize. You see a lot of anime ones, though. Like, a crap ton of anime ones. That one didn't load in right. But there you go. Tons of anime ones. They've recently made Marnie. Ta-da! She has green eyes, so they disappear in the background. I thought this was a normal thing. Like, I subscribed and hit the bell, too. I'm thinking about doing this, like, on a more regular basis. I've been wanting to for a long time. So I do plan on maybe doing this, like, once every 2 weeks. Like, getting back into, like, the puppetry stuff, because I have a lot of fun with this. So what I may do is do, like, because I like to do horror streams, I do them on Saturday. So what we might do, I want to test it. This is going to be a test. You guys are going to determine how this is going to work. Okay? You guys are going to determine how this is going to work. As I yell at you and as this little cute anime Pokemon girl. Every other Saturday we're going to try for SCP Day. And we're going to have Ashford read. Okay? If it goes well... I'm going to try this out for the month of February. If it goes well, we'll do it. I can't do every Saturday SCP because I have other horror games I got to play. If I do that, I won't play anything. I won't play any of the games I want to play. We do play spooky games. So. But we will do that. There's even like this really cute one for Persona. I don't know who this character is. Matiki Scarlet. It's really pretty, though. It's a really pretty one, so we grabbed it up. It's not one that we'll wind up using. Spoops are real. And then we have, like, the cute pupper girl. And we have the different variations of Toon Link. So we're going to test it out. We're going to test it out this month. We're going to see how it goes. This went great. I had a blast with this. This was a lot of fun. So we're going to try it. We're going to try it and see how it goes. But it's going to depend on y'all on... if y'all like it or not, if it's going to happen. Probably one of my favorite ones to come out recently, by the way. Take a look at this one. Alright, you see this kid? This is a cute kid. Adorable kid. Yeah, yay team. Look at him go. Woohoo kid. Neener kid. Now, watch what this kid can do. Ah! Him as a pupper. And that is like the best thing ever. In terms of the pup, he can wave. He can make faces. But these are the crazy things that people can do with this. There are tons of crazy things you can do with this. So, check it out. Trust me. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. He has no neck. He has floof. Nah. His shirt here is teal, so it blends into the green black background. I need to change my chroma key stuff to make that work the way it would need to. But, yeah, so. There's tons of stuff you can do with this program. I may introduce other characters. If this does well enough, I may introduce other characters. There was talks for a long time ago, back when I first started doing SCP stuff, like, long ago. When we were playing the games and whatnot, of having... myself come in as Ashford. We do Ashford for the menacing SCPs, like the scary, spooky ones. And then have Zombie come in as Shirazad and tell about the nice ones. So, if there's enough call and enough like on it, we might actually do that. He's a skinwalker. Times a cat. There's several cats. So there may be other characters we introduce. We may work with some stuff. I still really like this one that scares the hell out of everybody. Hello. And yes, by the way, that screaming noise, that was me. To anybody who didn't know, that was me. Hi. That super screaming noise was definitely me. I make horrible noises, and I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. It takes a lot out of me to do that noise. We don't do that noise a lot, but it's a thing. Wait, my eyes pop again. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't make the super noise that time. Every zombie I do the white cat would be really neat. Just a bit, though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. Ha! Now it can be funny. Poofy cheeks. Oof. 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 Boop. Interesting stuff, but I missed the SCP stuff. I'm sorry, Super Boo! Apparently she's from a game called Dread Out, by the way. She also is accompanied by this character. Another character I'm not really familiar with. But yeah, and then, like, to all you Team Fortress nuts out there, you can be a scout! And he's free. Like, a lot of these are free. Like, the ones that are made on, the ones that are made on the workshop, they're all free, but the one thing you gotta be careful of is you gotta check and see what the artist permissions are for them before you use them. Make sure the artists allow them to be used on stream and used for, like, commercial purposes or whatever, because if they're not, you'll get in trouble. So, don't get in trouble. I need to make sure that I've got up to date on Ashford, because I try to check him every couple of months, because there was a thing with him beforehand, because his name's not actually Ashford. His name is Hijiki. So I gotta make sure that Hijiki is still under the commons for this one. But yeah, you can be like, all the Team Fortress peeps. Look at that face! Oh, that's horrifying. Wait. Heavy love sandwich. I can't do a good heavy. I used to be able to do a good doctor, but I can't do him anymore either. Well, we have the doctor. We have, like, we even have Miss Pauline, but that's cool. We have the pyro. We have the sniper. So you get, like, lots of ones to work with. You can be a spy. Heavy, what happened to you? And he's the only one that seems like completely just, like, lose his mind when you turn your head weird. And they have, like, starbound ones. Like, this one's really neat looking. I have, like, this one right here. The mouth kind of moves some, but not a lot. I'm not a fan of this one because it just doesn't do enough, but he can wave at you, say hello. Sorry. And you can use this one, which has, like, no talking animation, but you can still raise your hand. I don't know why they make so many that don't have talking animations. You could also be the Octodad. Squip. He has way more arm movement. I love it. They give him way more arm movement than pretty much any other one that's out there. And he can poof his cheeks. Are there red variants too? I don't know if they're red variants or not. Let's find out. Red variant? Do I have you? Any red variant? Any red variant? Oh, okay. These have special features for their mouth functions. That's cool. That explains why he's so weird and why his mouth is so choppy. Because it's trying to actually follow my entire mouth animation. But I have a beard, so it doesn't know how to follow that. Okay. But it does not seem like they have red team variants. I'm shocked. And a little depressed about that. What happened to your face? Oh, that is so wrong. And I love every minute of it. This is so weird. Whoop. I love it. Wait. Red team variant. I found it. I figured out how to get to it. And we even have the gray one. I found it. So yes, there is a red team. Cool, we have the red team. Wait. I just gotta wait for it to load in. Boom. So yeah, it has all of them. And it has all of them in the red, and it has all of them in gray as well. So that's cool. That's a GG right there, gentlemen. Yee. Neat. The only one who doesn't have multiple colors. Oh wait, she does. What is changing here? Purple, blue. Okay. It's very light, but her shirt changes. Okay. Cool. That's cute. That works. It still doesn't help Scout get a date, though. Does anyone else still play TF2? I still play TF2 on occasion. I'm very bad at it. But I occasionally play TF2 because I still enjoy TF2. It's just very, very seldomly. Aha! I have inspired you to play TF2! Haha! She kind of reminds me of Helen Parr, though, from The Impossibles. Whoop. It's like, who still plays TF2? Maybe? Oh, okay, yeah, I still play TF2. I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's a creepy face. Don't do that. Don't do that, Pauline. Don't make that face. The Incredibles, yes. The stupid faces you can make with this are great. I love it. Nutcaps! I actually have an Etna mode Lego piece. But yeah, so that's FaceRig. That's what this program is. That's what it does. Now, all the 3D ones they give you automatically. There is a FaceRig update that you have to purchase if you decide to get it. I think FaceRig itself as a program costs like, what, $20? And then, like, the expansion for FaceRig, I think, was like $3? But, big but here. Whoa, wait a minute. There's one thing. Let me talk to somebody who y'all understand better. Okay, I'm a cat. It's ironic that the cat's the better speaking one. Okay. Now, if you want to be able to stream or make videos with it, as long as you're not making any money on the stuff, you can just do that. Straight out, no problem, so on and so forth. But as a YouTuber, which I am a YouTuber, and I makes monies. If you're going to do this, there is a version that is a streamer version that basically gives you free license to use this and their characters that are in here for streaming and video content and commercial use. With any of these, the anime-looking ones or any of the workshop ones, you will have to double-check with the person who's using them or who made them. But with all the 3D modeled ones, you can use them freely in those setups, because you have to buy that, and that license is like $60. I actually got my license for it out of Humble Bundle. I'd already had FaceRig and everything, but I didn't have the license for it till Humble Bundle. I literally bought Humble Bundle just for the damn license because it was $20. I was like, yep, we're doing that, and I got my Monster Cat subscription that way. So yeah, yay team, that was the thing. Check out Humble Bundle. This thing goes on the Humble Bundle all the damn time. Do it. Yeah. But yeah, so I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you like the cat. I hope that you like these streams. I hope you enjoyed SCP. I really hope you enjoyed the SCP thing. I'm not gonna lie, I was horrifically nervous before I jumped online with this and did not think this was gonna go well. I thought, oh, they're gonna hate me. They're going to think I'm absolutely dumb. Why am I doing this? And I'm going to stutter because I have trouble reading aloud. And I did stutter a lot. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I had fun with it. I had way more fun with it than I thought I was going to. This turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. And it was all around just silly. I enjoyed this. I will be adding more stuff to this. As far as like suggesting SCPs, there is a section in the Discord. If y'all haven't checked it out, go do that now. There's a section called Ashford's Research. That is where I'll be doing information on the SCP. That's where I'll be getting information for the SCPs from you guys, what y'all want me to look into and research. But I need to have them in advance. It's another reason why we're going to do this like every 2 weeks, so I can pull up the information and already have it read once. And so I can kind of have a script. I had a mild script for this. As y'all can tell, like, I actually had something behind this for once. But, yeah. So, like, I had it set up, like, each one of these had their own thing that I could just pull up on the fly with no problem. And I have, like, of course, the logo and all that other good jazz. But this way, if I'm doing multiple stories, I can just have them set up and just go from there. But see, like, I have to have this information in advance so I can do this on a stream. Doing a scripted event live is ridiculous. Like, this is my first time I actually have ever done a script for anything on YouTube. This is my first time actually doing a scripted event. So that's the reason why I'm kind of like, oh my god, I hope y'all like this. Because this is my first actual scripted thing, and I had things in order, and I knew what order I was going to do them in, and how I was going to lead into them, and what things I was going to have to say. And so I want to write another script for this. So I want to give everybody like a week to like put stuff in the SCP section of the Discord. And as y'all put more in, I'll be reading through them, and I will pick probably about 6. I did 6 this time. I'll probably do 6 next time, and we'll go from there. And afterward, we'll have a hangout session like this, and we'll talk about weird face rig things and stuff like that. And yay team! I need to see if I can have somebody custom make me one of these with Ashford, but give him a little coat. He needs a science coat. He needs to be a scientist. I would like him to have a science coat. Wouldn't that be neat? I would love a science coat. Just like tee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Sciencey stuff. But yes. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this. We do have more that's coming. Yeah. I think that's about it. Let me check something here. Let me check something before we head out. I want to check something. Alright, we still got 15 of you guys sitting here chilling out. So let me see. Is there anybody good to raid right now? Is there anybody doing anything that I haven't hit recently? I've hit all these peeps recently. Very recently. Alright, what I'm going to do is I want to look into... Well, we don't have anybody, like, currently raidable right this moment. So what I want to do is I'm going to start looking into some stuff. I want to see if there's anybody else that does stuff like this. And the next time we'll see if we can raid somebody who does something similar. So y'all can get some more crazy good stuff. What do you say? Tee science, Ashford 2020. That's how I feel about my job too. Well, see, I like science fiction. I do really love science. I have a mass love for science, but my scientific focuses are in biology and machines, which is a really weird combination. I know, but that's about what I understand. But I was also a mechanical draftsman for many, many years, so that's kind of like why I'm still obsessed with machines to this day. Why do you think I built Legos? I want more Legos. I'm just sitting here rambling and prowling on because I am sleep deprived and starving. So, I'm not actually starving. I ate today, but man, I'm hungry. I don't know why I'm hungry now. And I woke up small, Mike. Great. Okay. Information redacted science. But yes, so, ooh, one day, I should build a Lego of Ashford. Now, that would be fun. I just need to go buy more parts. Get Small Mite pizza, too. Small Mite can eat the chicken off the pizza, but he can't have... Wait, did you use ranch sauce or did you use tomato sauce? If you use ranch sauce, he can probably eat that, ironically enough, in small doses. But they can't actually have tomato sauce. It's not good. The acidity's too bad for them. But I probably wouldn't give them ranch sauce either. But they can eat chicken. Olive oil. Olive oil? I need to go back and finish that stream. I want to know about this olive oil being used in food. Man. I need to make a pizza. Ashford will not get the bird. My bird gets along pretty good with the cats right now because we have 3 cats in our house. Like legit, we got 3 cats, a dog, and a bird. So Small Mite will be fine. I have full awareness that it'll be okay. Wait, here you go. I will do one thing for you guys since I don't have a raid target tonight. I will do one thing for you guys. I'll do one thing. One sec, because I've got the ability to do this somewhere. Okay. This is gonna be really weird looking for a minute. Warning you guys now. Wrong one. If it'll pull up. I know it's there. I know it's got the ability. Oh shoot. I was going to pull up the bird for you, but it is telling me no to the bird. Wait, I know why it's telling me no to the bird. Because that one's got it. Wait. See if I can pull the bird for you. I guess it's not going to let me pull the bird. My other camera's not wanting to log in. Sad. So we'll pull the bird and be like, here's a bird for you guys. Birdie bird bird. But no. Entire recipe and all steps in the description of the stream. Awesome. Okay, cool. But yeah, okay. So, we'll all see bird on Monday. Our next stream is going to be on Monday. Monday is our chill stream where we just kind of just do stuff. So we're going to play games and chill and all that other good jazz and just kind of be derpy because that's what I excel at. So that's usually when we do stuff like Minecraft and chill. I'm actually thinking we're going to do Minecraft again on Monday. I have a Lego for Monday, but it's a small Lego, so we're probably going to go from Lego into Minecraft because it's a Minecraft Lego! I'm very excited to have a Minecraft Lego that I want to build for you guys. It's just kind of small, so we're going to build a Minecraft Lego, and then we're probably going to go into Minecraft, which is going to be fun. And I'm going to be very bad at it, and y'all can watch me just, like, scream again. But I get to build one of my favorite things from Minecraft, so we're going to build that first, and then we're going to go and do it all in Minecraft itself. You be able to see? No, I'm actually building a creeper. I'm very excited. And only you people who got to stick around at the end of the stream actually know what's going on. Everyone else doesn't know that yet. And they won't know until the day that it happens. This Small Mite's playing with his mirror. Yes, we put the mirror back in. He seems to chillax some, so we'll put the mirror back in. I want to see how it goes. But yes, alright. So, as you all know, this has been Zombies Go Nom, your coffee-fueled gingerbread undead, and I have been Ashford, your lovely narrator of the night. Thank you for treating me with respect. Thank you for chilling with us, and thank you for listening to the plight of the SCP Foundation. I do hope that you all are well, that you all have pleasant nightmares, and that you all find your own ways to enjoy the SCP Foundation. I will be posting more ways for you to do so in our Discord later on in the evening or later on in the morning, whichever way you want to put it. So I do hope you enjoy. Make sure that you post links to ones that you want me to talk about here for week after next, and we will go from there. As always, pleasant night.